Before we get started, I know this is weird. We had a loss in the family last night, overnight. Burton Guster Green, aka Gus, uh, suddenly passed away, and today me and my family have been really reeling from it. He was a great cat, and I know this probably seems silly to some of you all, and I will get to the fun stuff here in a second. Um, I just wanted to say a little about Gus up front. I know every Tuesday after these streams, good, bad, or indifferent, no matter how I felt about how I did here, about my performance in front of you all, I'd go upstairs and he would always uh, I'd go to try to sit down. He would always try to slide underneath me. That was always his weird little prank he would play on me, and then he'd be there to let me pet him for minutes on end. He was such a loving cat. He loved everybody, and I'm real bummed, real bummed. So tonight is for Gus, um, Gus forever.
From the swamps of Louisiana, the Cajun Predator.
The day of the hairy freak or the fat slob is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
Hey, look at us. We did it again, another 7 days around the sun. Welcome to WCW Deep Cuts Live. My name's Tom Green. My name and my handles and stuff are right down there. Look at those, they're beautiful. Welcome to everybody in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat. Welcome to Deep Six, I believe is how you say your name. Welcome, first time in the chat. Enjoy, relax, hang out. Tandy Laptop, hello. Thank you so much for the kind words. Brenticus Maximus, hello to Splinter as well. Optimum Vision, thank you as well for your kind words. Brenticus Maximus, Refs is Wizards. Will Scott is here. Fire Pro Spooky, thank you. Brian Dermody, the man, the myth, the legend. Viva, Gus, and Bam Dog's here. Jonathan Mayer, hello. Welcome to Outlaw 110 Proof. I'm sorry to hear of your loss as well. Best wishes, my friend. Let's see. Yeah, got a lot of folks in the chat tonight. A lot of great folks. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. As always, every Tuesday we gather here for WCW Deep Cuts Live, where we watch the quote-unquote television classics, the forgotten ones, if you will, from World Championship Wrestling in the 1990s. Tonight, we're going to go to the year 1999 and watch some Saturday Night, right as the company's really hitting a brick wall. We'll get to see all that fun stuff here in a moment. But before we do, I just wanted to remind you all of a couple of goals that I'm looking to hit pretty soon with my various channels. Let's pull that up here. I'm real close to this one, 20,000 YouTube subs. I'm just over 300 away. Last week I was just over 1,000 to try to give you some sort of pace that we're working at right now. Over the week we gained well over 700, so this is pretty doable. It's 20,000 YouTube subs, and we will do an off-the-grid special stream of Heroes of Wrestling on both YouTube and Twitch. We'll do that here. Looks like it'll be pretty soon. So I'll announce a date here soon. More and for the Twitch folks especially, this one's important to you because I can't do this one on YouTube. If I hit 1,000 Twitch followers, I'm at 920 right now according to my last count. 1,000 Twitch followers, and we will do a special Ready to Rumble watch along here coming up. So I'm about 80 away from 1,000. We hit 1,000, we'll unlock a Ready to Rumble live watch along, which again we can only do on Twitch because copyright gods scorn us. So alas, alas, alas. Let's get into it. We got a lot of show. We're going to be going over 11 o'clock tonight, I'm pretty sure. So let's get into WCW Saturday Night from June of 1999. Let's go. Hello, Troy Vang. Yes, Gus forever. And I'm glad to hear you're in a good mood, Brian. I will never pardon that. I love Wacky Brian. I also love all Brians. Let me scooch over a little bit. Scooch over and maybe. Yep. There we go. That's the right direction.
Welcome to the Superstation TBS.
Because again, when I think of raves, I think of Mike Tenay and Scott Hudson.
And Iron Mike
Of course,
today with
Mike bringing the snacks.
We've got during this broadcast. We go back to the great American.
I can never
Bash.
unsee
Top to bottom,
once I found
one of
out
the
that
most
Scott Hudson would
eventful
rush
pay-per-views in
over
Sid
to
Vicious is
the
back,
TV
aligned
studio
with the
on
Macho
Friday
Man, Randy
evening
Savage. How does that
after he was
impact
done at the
Saturday
FBI
night? And how
office
does
in
that
Atlanta
impact
and
Sting?
record
What's up with the
Saturday
Steiner
night.
brothers? What is going on with Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, and Buff Bagwell? Hopefully we clear all
That's
of
more of
that
a
up in
hotline
this
tease than
broadcast.
a
You're right, Scott. It has
anything
been
else.
a shocking yet very eventful week for World Championship Wrestling. It all began at the Great American Bash.
Big
Sid
fan of Mike
Vicious
Tenay's
joining
hand
Team
stuff.
Savage. We will
He's always
relive all the
got real good
exciting moments from the
gesticulation.
Bash, as well as this past Monday's Nitro.
Yeah, Tenay looks
In
real
addition,
smug
in our
when he's
main event
not
tonight, the
talking.
World's Cruiserweight title
He's always
is
like,
on the line.
I got a real good
Mysterio
line I
Jr.
could
to
say, but
defend
you're not letting me
against
say
Kidman.
it.
It's two former tag team partners with the Cruiserweight gold at stake.
I got a surprise
Cruiserweight-
for you.
Is he an umpire?
The longtime
Route.
host and my all-time favorite. He's back on Saturday night. Come on out, American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes just showing up.
Right back here on the
Poor Scott Hudson has to wear that WCW button up. Mike today wearing whatever the hell that is, and Dusty just shows up to work in whatever he coached Cody's football team in that day.
Talking about, I hate rap.
Well, speaking of hating,
The ladies were also big fans of Mike Tenay's hand stuff, I've heard. Exactly, Troy. See, here's the thing though, if WCW put Saturday Night on the network, we couldn't do this. So, I'm glad that they haven't. Good on them for not doing it. Here comes Chavo Guerrero.
But I love all types of music, and he brings to WCW a tremendous amount of notoriety.
Yeah, Mike Tenay was a big collarless button-down guy. I think that comes from the years of trying to look slick. He ran the, well, I forget what casino it was, but he ran like one of the big casino sports books. Like when you would go to bet on sports in Vegas, he'd be the guy you go to.
Not only dominant in the field of rap music, also making his mark in terms of the world of sports as a sports.
Mike Tenay explaining to us who Master P is, like he's a luchador.
Charlotte Hornets, let alone the impact that he's had in the movie world. You talk about doing things for the community.
Lenny Lane
And
seems to
I
be
know for a
surprised
fact
that they called him to the
just
ring.
recently in his hometown of New Orleans, Louisiana, that Master P had a picnic for 10,000 people in the New Orleans area, be down in the Calliope Projects, a depressed
Gotta
area
ask
of
Scotland
New Orleans.
about how
It's great to
Scotland
see the
Green,
positive influence
New
that
Orleans
Master
fella,
P has had
if he was
on
invited to the
music
Master P
business and
cookout.
now
Ryan
World
Alvarez wasn't.
Championship Wrestling.
I tell you what,
By the way, check out Scotland's Pro Wrestling Potluck every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern on his Twitch channel, Mr. Green Mist. A viewer-submitted hodgepodge of segments, matches, and weird shit. Scotland Green's Pro Wrestling Potluck. It's a great time. I'm there a lot. A lot of folks in this chat are there a lot as well.
The mothership TBS on Saturday night. That's where the young kids came. That's where they became stars.
Lenny Lane's
That's
eyebrow
when
ring
they
is
come
very
from
1997.
right here with Guerrero
Not
and
quite
Lenny.
99.
Chavo Guerrero Jr. and Lenny Lane tying up, starting us off here on Saturday night in the Superstation. Float over.
I wish Mike today had a Twitter account so we could ask him what his favorite Master P song
During
was.
every Lenny Lane match, we see the always ridiculous Lodi make his presence felt at ringside.
This is the beginning of the Lenny and Lodi
Charge is there. What
story.
allure is there between Lodi and Lenny Lane?
Lenny Lane, I saw a picture of him recently. He would not look like Chris Jericho anymore. Not because of the hair or anything. I think he's got the same hair. He's just in much better shape. Lenny Lane ready for his next run. Also, Atomic Drop where Chavo did not get the knee up at all.
For these two young competitors, and a victory here on WCW Saturday Night is going to go a long way to improving their status with the executive committee.
Yeah, if I was going to go somewhere, if I was loaded, I was going to go somewhere and...
Did Dusty just say, if I were to go somewhere and I'm loaded? Or Lodi?
Whether it be Lenny Lane or whoever he's looking at, this will be the place to do it. And I know that, Lodi...
Bless their hearts for trying to convince us that the executive committee is watching Saturday Night 6:05 to find contenders for any belts. Scott Hudson recently married. Dusty Rhodes remarking that he has come a lot.
What a lovely, lovely lady. That's proof that is proof that good-looking lady...
Troy Vang saw... Yeah, I said, I saw Lenny Lane in an elevator in a hotel in Duluth, Minnesota once many years. Very cool. Yeah, Lenny Lane, longtime Minnesota indie guy.
Had the silver tongue her to death, talk her into this thing, and congratulations to you as we see Lenny Lane, silver tongue and Guerrero right here, Iron Mike.
Boy, I tell you what,
Lenny Lane is not silver-tongued. There's Lodi.
Speak of the devil, or at least speak of Lodi. Look who comes out to ringside to take a look at Lenny Lane. Really well. And yeah, looks on approvingly.
What a great comment. He's doing really well. Lodi, a friend of the account.
Got the 2 count on Chavo Jr. Yeah, big upset time if Lenny Lane beats Chavo Jr. You know why?
So I would recommend do not look at the lights.
Tradition, revolution. Let's go back to the grills, what they mean. Lenny Lane really steps up a notch. He takes the victory here on Saturday night, right here. I don't see these guys doing any clubbering whatsoever, and I might imitate me the other.
And this is Dusty would be let go from the company a couple of months after this. This is half-assed Dusty, and you think Dusty in like '96 was whack. Dusty knows he's on the way out. Dusty had just tried to make a power play for the book after the mess that was the Kevin Nash run, and he got denied. There's one Nitro from around this, I think about a month before this, that's fully Dusty booked. And you can tell because for some reason, the second segment is like a 10-minute pre-taped Dusty promo. Troy to the world. And the world has come. I think that's how that song goes. Welcome so much. Thank you for bringing the crackers and the soda. Relax and enjoy. Maybe jump into the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, a.k.a. the chat.
Now what? Well, he liked what Chavo was doing a while ago. Now he's liking what Lenny Lane's doing.
Well, Lenny Lane missed a golden opportunity there to score the 3 count on Chavo Jr. Oh, Chavo cut him off. Right. Lodi's not even paying attention. Reversal. Chavo into
those of you who don't remember, Lenny and Lodi were supposed to be homosexual lovers. But then Sanders in practices were like, they can't be gay. That's a sin. So they ended up being brothers. Lodi does have a strong sideburn game. I do agree, Troy. Glad to see you in the chat. And a great DDT by Chavo, as Russ points out, to close out that match. Chris Jericho signed in the crowd. He is about gone from the company. He is not being booked at this point.
a little advice from Lodi for Lenny Lane, but Chavo Guerrero Jr. takes the Duke here on Saturday night. And hey, still to come in this broadcast, Cruiserweight champions. Here we go. Kidman.
I said it before when we watched Saturday Night from this era. I would love an oral history of that shoot, that video, the shoot of the opening credits. Saturday Night from this era.
It's K-Dog's Bombay off the hook shirt, straight up G's forever. NWO, you boys are lame. You need the RIP. So yo, peep the parental advisory. So watch where you wear it.
Get your K-Dog straight up T-shirt for $20.
Get your K-Dog straight up T-shirt.
Arriba la raza.
Couldn't mix his shirt.
WCW brought to you by Eagle One. Eagle One, are you ready for the attention?
Eagle One. I saw that logo was on like half of the wrestlers' like street clothes.
Welcome back to more WCW Saturday Night here on TBS.
It is a giant microphone.
More signings by both major professional wrestling leagues. I'll have that story tonight during my
Brian.
exclusive report. Plus, the latest on Chris Jericho, Goldberg, and what about the first face-to-face meeting back in the locker room area this past week between Arn Anderson and Sid Vicious?
Womp, womp, womp. What if Gene was like, they stabbed each other again?
Hotline, all of the news that is news.
Arn's actually dead.
909-9900. That's
I believe the story was they just like walked up and shook each other's hands. Like there was a weird thing like when Sid's first or second week back with the company, like off like and during a commercial break, like it's Sid with like Ric Flair and his crew, and like they made a big deal out of Sid and Arn shaking hands in the ring, and they didn't get it on camera, of course. Stabbed each other with love. Yes. I'm bummed that Tony Khan, being the wrestling nerd that he is, has never brought in Sid Vicious to do anything with the Acclaimed. Like that seems like a no-brainer. Got Barbarian, Mr. Bob Arian coming to the ring with Jimmy Hart in his sweet skull jacket, which we found out a while ago is not just a mystery.
Punctuate the holiday weekend with an exclamation point. Monday, July the 5th, it's Nitro at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia. Tickets for New Orleans, Chicago, and Atlanta.
Yeah, this is the point where Barb and I think Hugh Morris would take. Who is his opponent? I do not recognize this music. Jimmy Hart's Closet. Okay, so I heard that Jimmy Hart actually sold a lot of stuff a few years ago. Because there was a point, I don't think he still is, but there was a point where he was living in a hotel about half a mile away from Hulk Hogan's restaurant. And he was like managing it on the side. Oh, it's Chad Fortune. I cannot see him. Like, he looks like the M. Dickey version of John Cena. Yeah, Jimmy Hart still has that exact hair. Like, in that exact color. It is very dyed.
With the first family, Jimmy Hart has amassed a group of some of the most tough individuals.
Yeah, Jorts in the Tribal Tat. He's on his way to go see the Family Values tour.
As a member of the first family, somebody's always watching somebody's back.
The mouth of the South is a master strategist, no question about that.
Yeah, those Jorts are so 1999, which of course means the top guy in wrestling beginning in 2005 would start wearing it.
Adding a cog here, there, and you guys watch out for the first family. They will have
There is a tribal design on those shorts. Wow.
You were talking about Pete throwing a party in New Orleans and the Super
It's
Bowl Monday Night Show. That's one thing. Jimmy Hart
for us by someone else.
and how to make these things happen. He's got veterans in there. Knobs with him a long time. They understand what he wants done. And this guy
Like,
right here is pure.
this is the type of match you can only get on WCW Saturday Night.
Once again, here on TBS on Saturday night,
Like, nowhere else. Why would anybody else ever book this match? Also, shout out to them for running a smoke machine in like a 2,000-seat venue with no ventilation. Brian, dressed like a wrestler, his finish is called the Chocolate Starfish.
This gives you an opportunity on Saturday night to go up the ladder. Upset. So you're saying there ain't gonna be an upset? You just flew right by that.
Wow,
Did you get any sleep on your honeymoon?
None whatsoever.
None.
I say this lovingly to AEW. Chad Fortune is dressed like one of the only 3 or 4 people on the planet who you could actually make in the Fight Forever Arena wrestler.
A member of the WCW pit crew for WCW Motorsports.
Troy, if you squint your eyes, Just Incredible's fighting Barbarian. Yeah, I see it. That's not just the coolest. That's not just the best. Chad Fortune.
Has the good fortune to knock off the Barbarian.
Is the building on fire? Dude, when TNA set that studio in Orlando on fire during a pay-per-view, like a live pay-per-view years ago, it did not look this smoky. Just Incognito. Love it. Justin Tribal. Why we're Chris Hardwick in 2016. Points.
I waited for you to open the door of opportunity.
And to answer Optimum Vision, Barbarian was there through like the beginning of 2000. Like he's there up until I think he's in the ring during the Vince Russo Eric Bischoff like Nitro opening angle.
Fortune with the high knee in the corner. Fortune into the ropes. Barbarian. Oh, caught him.
What? Dude, why'd you hit him so hard?
Distracting the referee, Mickey J. Oh, man, Chad Fortune. He's distracted by Jimmy Hart. He does that so well. Yeah, he loaded that boot on, right?
Don't hit him that hard. He won't be able to play with his tech decks. Hey, Scuffling Hillbilly. Yeah, Chad Fortune is
Barbarian. In the mount. Fortune.
Something. Oh, and his finisher is an armbar that actually really fucking hurts in real life. But, like, it's just a hold that everybody uses in every match. Barbarian might be the least appreciated major company talent of the 90s. He was always really good. And the thing is, the newsletters hated him because he was a big guy. And at that point, if you weren't a cruiserweight or Ric Flair, didn't have any work rate.
Real quick, let me tell you,
and nobody pushed him because he couldn't really talk.
Barbarian, even though he's a veteran, he wants his shot too, and right here might be the start.
Next up on Saturday night, back to the Great American Match with Sting.
Oh boy, that angle where you can see the towel that the dog's biting.
World Championship Wrestling coming to your city soon. This Monday, WCW.
The poor Lady Tapa.
In New Orleans,
Gabby Garcia beat her ass years ago.
There? Master P, the big rap artist. Tickets available at the Louisiana Superdome box office and at all Ticketmaster
Master P, the big rap artist. Music? Rappist? Rap? Nope, that's Jimmy Del Rey. Rap music guy.
Downtown at the Georgia Dome on Monday, July the 5th. What a way to wrap up that big holiday weekend. Tickets available at the Georgia Dome.
It's like they're having a competition to find the whitest possible person to talk about Master P. Hey, Nathan with a Y. Lots of Y's there. Welcome. I agree with you, Troy Vang. Barbarian and Eddie Guerrero had really good chemistry. There's a match from Nitro in '97, Faces of Fear, against Barbarian and Ming. That's fantastic. It's like a 10-minute tag match. They have amazing chemistry. Go find that out. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube.
Plus, down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Sunday, July the 11th.
Gene seems very excited to go back to Fort Lauderdale.
The Bash at the Beach.
Wonder why.
In and around Fort Lauderdale, Miami, at the National Car Rental Center box office and at all Ticketmaster outlets.
Like, Gene's like really moving.
To see World
We're going back to Fort Lauderdale
on television. Totally another to see it live. Make plans to join us real soon.
I will,
Thanks a lot,
Gene.
Gene. If it's June, that means WCW is tearing down the house in Baltimore. We did it last Sunday night at the Great American Bash.
It was
It's
Rick
June,
Steiner
and
versus
WCW
Sting.
is not
Falls
doing
count anywhere, no disqualification in a return match from a recent Nitro.
Yeah, everything led to the fact that this is going to be a brutal confrontation.
This is when Sting had the haircut of every serious female villain in like a 90s thriller.
In Baltimore, they took out WCW.
They took out the internet. The stream went down.
Where Tank
Abbott started cuddling with him.
Choking out Sting from behind, and then the Steiners turned the
Like, you can't tell what's going on at all from these stills. And then a dog bites Sting's towel. And Sting sings to
Down
him.
the hall when this thing was taking place, and I guarantee you it left marks scarred on Sting.
I love that. It's life-threatening, Dusty. I guarantee that dog left marks on him.
on top and the following night on Nitro, a hardcore contest.
I watched that match the other night. Rick Steiner and Hack. They beat the shit out of each other. That match rules. Go back and watch it. That's on YouTube,
The
too.
MCI Center saw Sting jump from the Hummer to get his revenge on Rick Steiner.
Yeah, then he got thrown through one of them things that tornadoes always tear up. One of them Winnebago houses, you know what I mean? Always. If you got
Is that
one
a
of them,
Manscaped
you
sign?
seen it happen right here. Then Sting went out and got down with it.
He said, riddle me this and riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat? Apparently,
Why can't we just watch the Sting promo instead of having Scott Hudson recite it to us? Here we go. The very ass end of the NWO Black and White. Like, we are months after them crowning a leader between these two. Like, I think Stevie Ray is the only member besides Vince left. Like, I think Scott Norton's done. Brian Adams is done because he's in the process of, like, getting leaned down to play the Kiss Demon for a week.
It's right here is where it starts.
Like, was this a case where, like, Stevie Ray just really wanted to wear the Kangol hat? And they're like, fine, we'll play the NWO music.
It's showtime. You know Sting is ready to fight, and fight he did last Sunday night and last Monday night against the Dogface Gremlins.
I think there are a lot of people in this group of future athletes, the ones that think that they're...
Hello, that one Cameron Zebra, welcome. Just in time for a Stevie Ray match.
That could learn an awful lot from Sting. When he arrived in World Championship Wrestling, came in on the ground floor and persevered...
Ooh, it's the Swing Man!
...to accomplish
Johnny Swinger.
Over the course of the decade.
So everybody in this match is a heel.
Yeah, we go back to the situation here with Johnny Swinger looking for what we call an upset.
The fans weren't going to cheer for anyone anyway, but
does he have the knowledge to set in there with two of the black...
Johnny Swinger is, I think, a month or two away from being released.
Just a brawler. But let me tell you something about Stevie Ray from the street.
Like, Swinger does not survive very long after this.
And being able to connect with what really is fierce and bad, that sums up Stevie Ray. He is really bad. Now he's going to soliloquy a little bit.
And now Stevie Ray's going to cut a promo because he wanted to.
On me, a fruit booty, I will do that.
A fruit booty? What? A fruit booty. You ever had one?
Tonight?
No thanks.
Vincent.
Dusty's apparently eaten some fruit booties in his day.
Only 5'2", like white on rice. I'll be all
Johnny Swinger's like 5'10". He's wrestled shorter people.
Do you want him? I want you to get a workout on this sucker tonight, okay?
Apparently Vincent's going to wrestle instead.
Vincent will wrestle.
Well, Stevie Ray has given the match to Vincent.
Yeah, but wait a minute. The match was signed. The contract is Stevie Ray versus Johnny Swinger.
Absolutely, and they're making a cardinal mistake.
Shout out Mike Jones, Virgil, Vincent, as we all watched on Sunday and Off the Grid, archived on YouTube. We watched Virgil's best match ever against Terry Funk in 1995, NWC.
You know, I've had a sucker before. I know what that is. The fruit booty. I've had a couple of these.
I could see that, Speedy DePalma. Welcome. Johnny Swinger looks like a combination of HBK and Drew McIntyre when he was in 3MB. Another match that you would only ever see on Saturday night, because why the hell would anybody else book this? Stevie Ray against Johnny Swinger. Yeah, I'm still reeling from that Terry Funk Virgil match. Like, my eyes. Yeah, Terry Funk wrestled a broom in that match. It was fantastic. And yeah, poor Big Al. Poor bystander. Oh, okay. That looked real sketchy for a second. When you're upside down and the guys just hold on to by one arm, who knows? Yeah, go check it out. It's on my YouTube channel, Will Scott. I actually clipped it individually as well, so everybody has a chance to see it. Because I think everybody needs to.
Guys, I'm just sitting here thinking about that big party at Nitro Monday night in the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. I guarantee you, it's going to be something.
Virgil will throw you through a table, we found out.
Nitro is so hot, but guys, why you two don't go to the kitchen? You know why?
Don't go to the kitchen. You heard him.
You will say, oh, I missed that, man. I didn't see that. That's why
Dusty Red saying, don't go to the kitchen so you don't miss a second of this match. A booty fruit.
On the floor, like an old sucker that's been thrown down there. You know what I mean?
Oh, look out, Johnny Swinger.
Here you go.
With the jawbreaker into the rope. Back elbow. Nails Stevie Ray. The flat of the boot right into the shoulder. Now Vincent. He saw it coming. He saw Johnny Swinger getting the big mo.
Yeah, he didn't leave him
A
alone.
big low.
Ooh. He did boot.
These guys have done nothing. Which makes sense.
Johnny Swinger fighting to get back up. There is so much fight in this kid. pulls him back up.
Booty fruit. That's something that the kids these days eat. Oh, here we go. Slapjack. Oh!
First in the center of the ring. Stevie Ray float over lateral press, and he got the.
He does not have the slapjack yet, but that is the slapjack. Oh, you know, he did have the slapjack. I stand mistaken. He did have the slapjack. But that move was also called the slapjack. So it was very confusing when he would use the weapon. Because you'd never know. That'd be like if Triple H had the pedigree, but he also called his sledgehammer the pedigree. Yeah, Stevie Ray was a great commentator. All-time great. Shame that nobody used him again. I would love to go grind with my friends to Sid matches.
WCW live in action. Monday night.
That was such an old house show commercial clip. I miss it too, man. That's why I'm here every Tuesday with you guys, watching some old WCW.
Thursday night in Lafayette, Louisiana.
The Cajun Dome, get us some Predators.
And Friday night at the Palace of Auburn Hills, Michigan. Don't miss live WCW action coming soon.
Yeah, you might see Barry Horowitz against Goldberg.
Promotional consideration.
That's a lie. They wouldn't show up for house shows. The 2-year-old Randy Savage commercial. Hello, Stephen J. Neptune, man. Welcome. Yeah, we did not know how good we had it Saturday. This is my version of those memes that are like, we had it made when we could go to Blockbuster Video on a Friday and then eat at Pizza Hut.
Stay at Motel 6.
This is my version of that.
Say big bucks and slept like a baby.
Yeah, like a big old snoring baby.
You know, every time I saw this specific ice sport ad for like months, I thought it was a debuting wrestler vignette. That was a stupid little 12-year-old.
Kevin Nash get ratcheted up notch after notch. It started with the septic truck, with the bucket in the ring.
That's right. This is the era of the Kevin Nash Randy Savage feud, where they brought a septic truck and covered Randy Savage in poop.
This past Sunday, when of all people, Sid Vicious joined Team Savage.
I love how Dusty's acting like he has not heard of any of this. Like, he just shows up to work on Friday and shit, we booked that?
I want to get your opinion, Dusty, on this. A lot of people
also, get Dusty a chair.
Been driving the Hummer that repeatedly crashed into Kevin Nash. I'm not sure that Sid could physically
like Dusty just makes me nervous standing
went out and bought himself about 2 or 3 of them Hummers. Got to have a lot of money in the first place. Bottom line is, if you got a big buddy like I am, you can't fit in that driver's seat. So that speculation is running.
Today,
maybe he didn't drive the Hummer.
Again, he just wants to interrupt Dusty with his own point.
What went down at the Great American Bash? Randy Savage and the beautiful entourage faced Kevin Nash for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And it became very obvious in the
yeah, you can tell Dusty Rhodes doesn't actually know what they're talking about, but he'll fill 30 seconds with any words. Yeah, his Cinco did say big sex.
I had a lot of time to spend with Kevin Nash before this thing went down. And
no, you didn't, Dusty.
Randy Savage was really knocking here because he was seriously in a lot of pain. I'm talking about Big Sexy.
Yeah, Dusty absolutely didn't see this match.
By what we see in here, that one man made an appearance that electrified the world when Sid Vicious.
Why did it look like his crotch exploded? Like that big flash of light. Why are they? This is. You can't see what's happening. That's a useless screen grab.
It rocked the world because Sid
like only WCW would use screen grabs from a pay-per-view, and it's all of the flashbulb shots. You can't actually tell what's going on.
Then came where they had an opportunity to come back on Monday night, and they were all in full force as the Macho Man laid it out.
Like I'm positive Sid had maybe two. I would say 2 vests. Sid's broken leg was in 2001, January 2001. So we're a little bit away from that.
No, instead it was the Macho Man Randy Savage who made his way to the ring, and Kevin Nash and Savage. The battle began.
It was one more time with Sid Vicious in the ring. as we expected.
Also, very confusing. Kevin Nash started wearing the tie-dye NWO shirt right at the same time that Van Hammer started doing a hippie gimmick.
There is an alignment between Kevin Nash and Sting, and I think it all boils down to this.
Yeah, we will never watch that clip of Sid's, so do not worry. Here we go. Who do we got? Oh, Chase Tatum, who had just debuted for the No Limit Soldiers, but apparently Saturday Night's not good enough for them to license a Master P song for. Like, he had literally just debuted on Nitro as a No Limit Soldier. Sid was in the WWE as the commissioner with the broken leg because he wobbled out with the cane. That's one of the later ones. We'll watch that on Off the Grid later this year.
And Great Scott, while he's on, getting married, we had talked about it, but he wasn't around, is that
Chase Tatum against David Taylor.
That limo and brother,
because again, why not?
In this mix that we don't know about. Now, that's just me.
It's like they're purposely trying to make the worst possible matches for every single person in the locker room. Hello, Incident 73. Yes, the only other white guy in the No Limit Soldiers besides Brad Armstrong. And honestly, Brad Armstrong had some soul, had some funk. If you looked at him, if you watched him.
But the more that I hear speculation,
Scuffle and Hillbilly just outed himself as the world's biggest Chase Tatum fan because he watched the film Who's Your Caddy just to see Chase Tatum.
6'10", 315 pounds. If he could physically get
We have Chase Tatum, who is apparently not allowed to be a No Limit Soldier, against Squire David Taylor, the cut-off fancy jacket, because he's rough and tough now.
He could have done it. But I don't know.
Well, we all heard the rumors.
Hello, is it Black Anime G? I thought your name was Black and Meg. No, Black Anime G. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you bringing the crackers and soda. Relax. Put your feet up. Maybe join the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat, if you would like. But if not, just watch. Brian, if you go by my theory that every wrestler with the same last name is related, we're about to see Terry Taylor's cousin against Hollywood John Tatum's nephew. What the hell? Chase Tatum with some MMA, I guess. Mr. Kudo. Megumi Kudo?
Had to go there get medicine to get him out and everything. They were running crazy.
Obi-Wan Jabroni 82, thank you so much for the sub. I always say it, I'm never gonna beg for subs here, but as I always do say, they are my DECA, they are my steroids. Put them in a little thing here and stick them on my butt cheek.
You talk about Matt wrestling. I know Iron Mike, you love to see great Matt wrestlers. I did because I spent so many times.
Yeah, it's really where Chase Tatum came to the ring with the No Limit Soldier booty shorts on, which means they taped this either after they debuted him or after they told him he was going to be a No Limit Soldier. But then he wasn't allowed to come out as a No Limit Soldier.
The strength of Chase Tatum against the technique of the third-generation wrestler, David Taylor. And you're right, Dusty, when it comes to being an expert at submission moves,
Dave Taylor is like forcing this guy to try to have a decent lockup with him by like actually sticking his fingers in his eyes.
Front chancery. Oh, here comes Tatum. Taylor did not wrap up the
like Taylor's just grabbing a front face lock and like, shit, I really hope we get something out of this. Whereas Chase Tatum wrestles like, oh sheesh. Obi-Wan Jabroni, I've been in the business for over 24 years and I still learn new info watching your channel. Keep it up. Thank you. I try. I don't have a lot of like useful knowledge up here, but this is how I get all of the stuff that's actually stayed in here out. So thank you so much. Yeah, Chase Tatum wrestles like a backyarder whose favorite wrestler is Goldberg.
Taylor.
Like, he'll do Goldberg stuff at like half speed. Also, great cheating here by Dave Taylor, just blatantly grabbing the ropes.
Looks like a break 200 on Putt Putt.
Watch how Taylor uses everything that he can. Look at this.
Extra leverage.
Dusty trying to explain this is brilliant when it's the worst cheating I've ever seen.
Caught it. Calls for the break. But Taylor gets a couple of shots into the hamstring and just rolls him into the ankle lock.
I always felt bad. There was a, I don't know if you guys remember, there was the Duchess of Queensberry match in WWE in like 2001, where they used Sue Aitchison, the lady that worked with like Make-A-Wish and all that. Hello, Sunday Center Pod. Look, a lot of new folks tonight. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you also bringing some soda and crackers. But back to my point, Sue Aitchison, the lady that worked with like Make-A-Wish and stuff, she was used as the Duchess of Queensberry. But for years on the internet, people kept this rumor going that it was actually David Taylor in drag, and I always felt so bad for her.
I'll say it again about Chase. He's on the move, guys.
Yeah, David Taylor wins by
catches him with that butterfly.
the suplex into the front grind, aka the Dave Taylor plex, I think they called it.
Up on the Superstation. He is in WCW. He is Master P.
At least this kind of looks somewhat appropriate, Master P on a big screen in a club.
What better location than our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., for WCW to announce the signing of Master P.
What?
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Why wait? Writer, director, creator, performer, rapper extraordinaire.
Rapper extraordinaire.
The recording studio, at least momentarily.
Why is Gene doing this?
Inside the squared circle. Master P, the 11th highest grossing entertainer.
Oh, I'm trying to think
in the
who the
world.
hell else could have done it that was a little more appropriate. I'm not finding any names. Also, Conan appears to be sitting up there just because he raps, maybe?
Who you'll be seeing a little bit later, making a very formidable tag team. For us to have a star of this magnitude here.
Yeah, Master P's crew got really well paid. I think Swole made like $500,000 in 90. He's the star, and they make him sit all the way down, away from everybody.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be real exciting.
Also, you know what the kids would love? All the kids who listen to Master P.
One of the other raps.
If we hold a formal press conference
kicked off. But to me, this
with a bunch of like middle-aged, infirmity men,
I grew up on this, and
we all talk like this, very quietly.
With this type
Nobody
of
seems
sport,
excited that he's there.
It's me a great honor and pleasure to be here with Mr. Eric and make
Master
this thing
P,
happen.
future
I mean,
owner of House of Glory Wrestling. Hello, Terry Allen, not Magnum TA. Welcome just in time for Master
to the wrestling world as entertainers and as also
Swole is back there scratching his crotch.
Sports competitors.
I just want to say that with all the
I just want to say that as one of the only minorities that they would actually let talk at one of these things. Master P is great.
People that listen to that music, we appreciate the message that he brings out to the world, Appreciate that.
Master P, the No Limit Soldiers, their perspective is a very positive one. And Edwin and I have talked about this. There's a lot of very positive.
Why is Eric Bischoff describing them like they're, God, what's the name of that motivational speaker cult?
And their approach to entertainment and life in general.
God, what's his name? It's going to bug me, the big guy with the goatee.
So that's, I think, something that we all be looking forward to as well. And Conan and Ray have talked about that as well. So.
Me and Ray and Conan will be sitting around, passing around a J, listening to Master P. Tony Robbins, thank you, Refs Wizards. Eric Bischoff was talking about Master P like he was Tony Robbins.
It's great to have Master P.
Ray looks like a tiny fat Joe. Oh, I love it, Troy.
No limit films, no limit clothing, no limit toys. He's been as active.
Mike Tenay is very into Master P. Do you know that Master P was a 3-time CMLL welterweight champion? Here we go. La Parka with by far the coolest ring gear in WCW at this time. Like, that jacket is amazing. Why did that kid draw Conan with a skullet? There was hair coming out the back of that. Did Dusty just say that he bleeds orange because of a UTI?
That he has is unbelievable, and just being around him just dish that off.
Here I am, guys, La Parka.
Down in Louisiana with him and go fishing, because I guarantee you, he's got it all going for him. And when you talk about Ricky Williams, who did he go to? The New Orleans.
Dusty's just off in Neverland. I think we got Al Dandy coming out. Nope, it's Damien. Damien, say.
There you go. And it's going to be a week in Louisiana for World.
I always loved this song for Damien. Like, this is straight up like a rejected Double Dare theme song.
July the 8th. It's Thunder in Birmingham, Alabama at the BJCC. And then we close out the month of July in Thunder with a July 22nd Thunder event.
Yeah, the guy whose name is 666 is the good guy.
Lafayette, Louisiana, Birmingham, Alabama, and Moline, Illinois at the respective arena box offices and all Ticketmaster outlets.
And you went down the list of accomplishments of Master P. Let's not forget also Mike and Dream. He is the leader of the No Limit Soldiers. That's an impressive looking group.
Yeah, in case you forgot from the 900 other times we've said it.
I'm going to tell you what, he's really big and bad, and he brings a lot to the No Limit Soldiers. When you talk about looking
You know who Damien looks like? Damien looks like, God, I'm forgetting names, something fierce. Like David Crosby. Next time they get a close-up of his face. Like, that's David Crosby.
But he talked about all the things, so look for Swole to make some type of big movement here at WCW.
And we've already seen Swole have an impact at the Great American Bash, where he got involved in that tag match. Swole is quite an athlete.
Damien, who was, like, still doing death matches as of recently. Oh, shit, that was a great bump! La Parka, I don't even understand the physics of that. Yeah, seriously, David Crosby in, like, crazy goth makeup. Like, if David Crosby joined the band Orgy.
You know, later on in this broadcast stream, and Mike, we're going to go back and see what
How
went down
does it
at the
feel
Great American Bash.
to father lesbians'
And the
children?
No Limit Soldiers, that's a situation that is heating up quick in WCW.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, Parka was a physical wizard. Oh, that was a cool dive. Damien, he had to have been a Technico at times. Hello, Therapy. Loved and used by many. Welcome so much. Welcome so much. Translating my shit out of English and back in. Welcome, Therapy.
Because I ain't saying it's bad. It's worse than bad.
Fingernails on a chalkboard, bad.
Man, I'm telling you, he thinks he can sing country music, and I love country music.
Oh, you guys are going hard considering, you know, the other matches we've seen so far. Like, very low standard.
Open-handed chops across the chest.
Swole's real name was Randy Thornton? We learn something new every day. Thank you, Brian.
Oh, headbutt from La Parka. A couple of them, and a big shove from Damien.
Damien just shrugged him
Whereas 4x4's real name was 16.
But La Parka was prepared and answered with the drop kick that caught him in flight.
You know what, guys? We talk
That's right. Swole was a Brother Rangens trainee. Completely forgot about that stuff. He was an actual, like, wrestler.
Is the world's heavyweight wrestling title. And
yeah, this crowd, like, they're like, oh, they brought a WCW show to town, and then they got there, and they got freaking Stevie Ray and Johnny Swinger. Bless their hearts. I love Johnny Swinger. Stevie Ray's great. There we go. There we go. That's what we paid for. This is not a Disney crowd. This was somewhere in Georgia, I want to say. Right, Stephen J. Neptune Man with the This Day in sports history. June 19, 1999. The Dallas Stars defeated the Buffalo Sabres in triple overtime in Game 6 of the 99 Stanley Cup Finals to win the Cup in one of the most controversial games in NHL history. The New York Yankees defeated the Anaheim Angels 6-2. The Mets lost to the Cardinals 7-6. And the number one song in America was If You Had My Love and I Forget the Lyrics by Jennifer Lopez.
He is the world heavyweight champion, but he made the challenge to Randy Savage for the Great American Bash. last Monday on Nitro. He is still
Thank you, Stephen J. Neptune, man. Always great with those updates.
Sid Vicious. He is the ultimate fighting champion, to coin a phrase.
What? Oh, I thought 450. I'm like, dude. Nick Patrick, very casual slide down there.
Damien caught nothing but canvas that time as he came off the top with the somersault attempt. And now the opportunity is there for
By the way, I'm sure you guys have noticed no commercials during the show tonight, so something I want to start doing for those of you who are able to show up early on weeks where we don't have commercials. I'm going to put bundles of commercials into the pre-show instead of playing music that I don't own. So look out for that. Oh shit! Whisper in the wind.
Are you going to answer me here?
3. Look at that. Nick Patrick actually looked at a wrestler's shoulders during a pin. Parka's like, getting crunk with La Parka. Viva La Parka, baby. Oh, I thought that was a baby he was holding. Oh, that dude just bought a La Parka mask from High Spots. The Careless Whisper by La Parka. Dude, I am magic like that, Terry Allen. Commercials and Twitch makes you guys watch stuff so I can get paid 50 cents. What a weird ad for a pay-per-view. Our pay-per-views make you sad like a rainstorm.
And the No Limit Soldiers were met by big fan Curt Hennig.
Well, Curt Hennig confronted P, and the Soldiers received an autographed CD, but then broke it into pieces.
Yeah, shortly after that, the match transpired in the ring with Bobby Duncan and Curt Hennig, Rey Mysterio, and Conan. As it went on, he was joined with the whole.
That's right, that was on the pay-per-view.
He was looking on, look at that intense look on his face, and
that intense look.
Then seen what we all seen. Barry Windham, BW himself, come out and was a knocking on.
Barry Windham was in this angle with Master P. You know, like we all thought would happen someday. WCW is like if you threw the late 90s in a blender, both pop culture and wrestling wise.
They fought all the way to back, and then on Monday night, what happened? Rey Mysterio Jr. and Conan, accompanied by Master P and the No Limit Posse.
I don't even think that Dusty can see what's on the screen. I think he's just making shit up.
And the No Limit Soldiers celebrated in the ring at
Yeah, there's like 50 No Limit Soldiers and 4 Rednecks.
The No Limit Soldiers had to confront Curt Hennig and Bobby Duncan Jr.
I don't even want to think about what a No Limit Soldiers versus West Texas Rednecks feud in 2024 would be. Mostly because I don't want to say slurs if I were to quote their promos. No Limit Sailor.
Are you okay?
And now we got Dusty doing the hootie hoo.
I got it all down, you know. That sounds great. Master P and
Fire Bro Spooky. Who would have thought of the former NWO World Champion Barry Windham and the guy that would later star in the show Little Romeo and Nickelodeon would share a ring little and be involved in an angle together?
That is in World Championship Wrestling, and I tell you something else.
Dusty's lisp is a work. Like, I've heard Dusty's real voice. I don't think he lisps in real life.
The No Limit Soldiers are not afraid to get physically involved. And how about Wolf?
Kendall Windham, who's like a week away from becoming a West Texas redneck.
He's only been to 2 events.
I'll tell you another impact that might. We talk so much about Team Superdome coming.
There's some music on this episode of Saturday Night.
Barry Windham.
Here we got. Oh, it's Mike Tolbert, like the worst wrestler to come out of the power plant. And think of what that says. This guy is terrible.
A little bit with the one and only Curt Hennig, the man that made the new song that's hotter than a firecracker, even though it's hard.
Like Mike Tolbert.
Well, Curt Hennig and the
from what I've seen of him in the past, like didn't know how to run the ropes. Yeah, Mike Tolbert is the power plant wrestler prototype. As Nick Patrick was playing with his hair for a second there, that was weird. Or Kendall Windham. If this is any good, it speaks to how. Okay, he learned how to run the ropes, kind of.
Plus, you can meet Jimmy Hart, the mouth of the South, from 10 to noon at the Auditorium box office.
Oh, a little rough there on the arm drag.
need a win on Saturday
He's wrestling a
night. That's what
Wyndham.
it's all about. That's why we're here. We
Bolt
talked so much about
Wrestler
earlier about guys
A,
coming
yes.
on here, trying to step up that ladder. Either way, right here. Good
Mike
matchup
Tolbert,
right
by the
here.
way,
Both guys
Tolbert
hungry
had been wrestling
for
for
victory.
3.5 years
Got a late news
when
flash
this
right
match
here.
occurred.
Everything we've been talking about. Guess who has corralled Mean Gene Okerlund backstage for an interview?
Like, I'm trying to think of a
after this contest.
comparison
They have
point.
demanded
Braun Breaker's been
interviews.
wrestling
We
for
will
2
hear
years.
From Kurt Hennig and Bobby Duncombe Jr. after this
Like,
contest.
I don't know, like,
I'd like to get your comment on this. I see this association forming. Kurt Hennig, Bobby Duncombe Jr., and Barry Windham.
like this is all he
What do they all
has.
have in common?
He doesn't really know how to do
All
anything else.
second-generation wrestlers. They've all been there through the years. They've all grown up on.
Yeah, Horseshoe was
professional
Luther
wrestling.
Reigns. Yeah, that was really weird. He like got in with the UPW group in California, and that's how he got in with WCW. Also, there's a fan in the front row with a Nick Patrick sign, and I don't like that person. That person sucks. They're dumb. That fan in the front row is an idiot. I don't like them. If that was you, I apologize. You were dumb.
But BW himself had him when he was 17
Oh.
years old. Walked him into the ring.
Yeah, you can absolutely tell Kendall was like, what can you do? And he's like, armbar. Okay, we're going to build the match around that.
Oh, Bobby Duncombe Sr. sitting there at Austin right now. Probably got a cold one sitting there watching this thing. Had many, many battles.
Oh, he forgot how to do a top wrist lock.
Big elbow down on him a couple of times. Understand the situation. True.
He's going to bend his arm the right way. Oh, no.
Need to form themselves up.
Oh.
Make sure they true, or they gonna get wiped out.
Oh, no, he might
And of course,
pop
when you
the
hear that kind
joint.
of analysis from the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, consider that he's been in the
Very
ring
cool,
with
David
the
Syracuse.
with the
I'm glad the YouTube algorithm is suggesting my stuff.
with a Larry the Axe Hennig, and of course with a
I'm
Blackjack
glad.
Mulligan.
All of them guys. I'm gonna tell you what,
Much
there was
love to
no more
Erotica
man
Quintain and his
than
family.
Blackjack Mulligan. When you talk about, man, you look the
I'm sad that I had sent them a message because I wanted to do like a shirt memorializing him, and they never got back to me. I wanted to give the proceeds to them.
Me and Big Henny too. This guy.
I'm gonna do an erotic Eric Fontaine fan club T-shirt, but I don't feel right doing it without being able to give them the money. Hello, drugs. Welcome. Sorry that you got blacked out from that. I'm watching baseball tonight.
What you call a fly-by-night? With it, just somebody come through and go.
Not an overnight sensation. In other words, they are established.
This guy looks like he's about to cry in a chin lock.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's like the complete wrong bump to take for that. Like, how would you fall down forward if somebody needs you in the stomach?
Got that chest nice and big, but what a big target for that knife edge chop and the back.
Talk about how big his chest is. His chest, got that chest nice and big.
I mean, if you got to put time on the mat. Opportunity not
Like, I'll admit, Tolbert was not as bad as I had seen in the past out of this guy, but he's still terrible. Nathan, this is Mike Tolbert, the guy in the short hair and the purple tights, against Kendall Windham, the balding fella in the cowboy boots.
Saturday night, are you going to be at the party at the Superdome on Nitro? Are you going to be in Nashville? You're going to be here, and they got to all of a sudden get themselves together.
Kendall Windham and steroids, mixed steroids.
Doing this week in and week out, and they put it all on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he never learned how to get thrown out of the ring. At least it was safe.
Make a great point, and I think for so many years, professional wrestlers had the.
Also, shout out to Mike Tolbert for the viewership peak so far tonight. Shout out to all the members of the Tolbert gang.
You have to prove yourself under fire now.
Like, why do these guys need this much time? That they can fight outside the ring.
The world is watching.
Kendall's like, I don't know what else to do with this guy, so we're just gonna stand at the apron for like a minute.
One more time. We're seeing the first.
Yeah, Kendall Windham does kind of look like if Josh Bishop like suddenly got really old. I can see a little bit of the MJF comparison, especially now that MJF's on the diet that he's on, quote unquote. I am so happy if I'm doing better than Sabu's Twitch stream, considering who Sabu's guest is tonight, and no, I will not give it publicity. But hey, at least Sabu likes boobs. Yeah, WCW's whole color aesthetic at this point, it makes me feel cold and sad. Everything's gray and black.
On Saturday night, people talk about the future of our sport. Two prime examples.
Like, it's making my antidepressants not
work. The world's cruiserweight title on the line. And when you think of that cruiserweight division, you think of the competitive aspect of it. But realistically, Rey Mysterio Jr.
WCW book at this time was I believe, a committee. Who was the head? I think Kevin Nash was like leading the booking committee after previously being just the only guy he was booking. Hey, Brian Turner. Of course, if Brian Turner's VHS rehab, go follow him on YouTube. Go give him a sub. Some of the gems on Brian Turner's YouTube channel. He's putting up a lot of wrestlers that have been on Jerry Springer recently. Not been on there recently, but he's been putting up a lot of wrestlers on Springer. His recent uploads are fantastic. Yeah, go follow Brian. Go sub to him on YouTube. Saturday Night was not booked by Jimmy Hart at this point. It would be towards the end of the year Jimmy Hart gets the book. And start slowly turning it into like a trainee promotion. Why is this match so long? Are they trying to lose? I guess they are. Oh, okay, he got him over. Good. There we go. He has a move. But he is so tired. Please don't kill him. Oh, okay.
And he is a great wrestler. You know what I mean? He absolutely is.
He's gonna go up top. He does not know how to climb the ropes. That is so funny. He's climbing the ropes like when a wrestler lets their kid in the ring to fuck around before a show. I love the Tracy Smothers saying in the chat from Obi-Wan Jabroni. They started off slow and then tapered off from there. Oh, there's a bulldog.
The Bulldog. Can he hang on? Tolbert's down.
There we go. Tolbert tries to kick out at 3. What a dick. Into Windham. Just won that Iron Man match. Brian, he's like if Rene Dupree wasn't French and never learned to wrestle. Yes.
He hates rap. He's standing by with Bobby Duncombe Jr. and Ming.
Brent, he climbs with the ropes like my cat on a toilet seat.
All right, thanks, guys.
Why is Gene standing like he's got some like real good dank
wrestling telecasts? Big bad Bobby Duncombe, the big Texan, the man from Minnesota. Kurt Hennig. Now, all of a sudden, Kurt Hennig, there is obviously a difference.
Kurt Hennig in this era did not see a T-shirt that he did not want to cut the sleeves off
I said it a long time ago, Gene. I said this rap is crap. I mean, I really don't have anything personal.
Over musical taste?
No, that's not what it's all about.
Also, again, this microphone is gigantic.
That's not from a sunbed, Gene.
Also, this must be the arm that's hanging out the window when you're driving.
Don't you worry about rednecks. Rednecks are beautiful people. They just like I have nothing against anybody. Bobby, do you have any complaints or bad feelings towards anybody?
I don't have any. Do you have bad feelings towards anybody? And Bobby just starts saying slurs.
I tell you what, boys, we've hogtied you.
That's amazing, Brian Turner. Dude, my old tag team partner was in the Rap is Crap video. That is amazing.
Bring up one other very sore
That's so
subject.
cool.
You personally embarrassed and humiliated one of the greatest rap artists, creators.
The Buddha Sabu stream. Thanks for coming back.
In Master P recently at the Great American Bash. How could you?
Oh, what do you
How
mean?
could
I
you?
embarrass anybody on the spur of the moment, Gene. I am the master at embarrassing people.
Oh yeah.
And Master P and all you other rappers out there, you think that you got something that you can take care of on Kurt? What?
I'm going to interrupt right here.
Kurt.
Master P has assured me he will be
Master P has assured me. Master P is calling Gene Okerlund personally. Gene, it's me, P. I'm going to be at Nitro on Monday. Could you please let Kurt Hennig know? Cool, thanks, bye.
Monday night. We've got more Saturday night when we return.
Well, thank you,
right
Deep
here on
Six.
TBS.
I'm trying.
And still to come on the Super
Brian, Raptors the top 10. I'm going to bump the...
Kidman and Ray Jr.
We don't have shampoo commercials, so this depressing Bash at the Beach commercial we'll have to do. Why is this how you advertise your fun summer pay-per-view? We're having fun at the beach, and then WCW comes to town and ruins everything. only on pay-per-view. That's a shot to come back on. Hello, Bowser Extension. First time chat. Welcome. They really should have leaned into the Rednecks being the baby faces, considering WCW, very southern aesthetic in general, even though Bischoff did not want it to be. Plus, again, 4 Rednecks against like 75 soldiers. Thank you so much, Bowser. I appreciate it.
DC on Nitro. Finlay and Brian Knobs tied up one more time to Brutalizers.
Again, I love how in all of these screen grabs, you cannot really tell what is happening.
And there's something about interference in a hardcore match because who came out? None other than Hardcore Hack.
There's just something about interference in a hardcore match. He's saying it like it's like one of his romantic turn-ons. I understand why they're doing stills of the pay-per-view stuff, because I'm sure they had to deal with like in demand or whatever. They couldn't air pay-per-view stuff the week after. But Nitro stills makes no sense. Here we go, Hugh Morris. He's my TikTok friend. When I post deep cut shorts on TikTok, he will pop up in the comments to confirm that I am correct. Yeah, the WWF actually like used footage, which was better than whatever we saw there with the blurry motion thumbnail screen cap deals.
Factor in the Barbarian. Factor in Nasty Brian Knobs. And these are 3 men that in the past, well, maybe they've just needed a little guidance. Maybe they've just needed a little direction, and now they have that with the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. I'm going to tell you something about Jimmy Hart.
I think it was the deep cut short I did about Van Hammer not wanting to be major Private Stash. Somebody responded, "That's not true," and Bill DeMott, Hugh Morris, is like, he responds, "Yes, it was. I was there. I'm in the video." And the person responds, "So what?" That's social media in 2024. Jerry Flynn. Here we go. He's cut the mullet by this point. Also very weird because he's like weeks away from joining the First Family. And Dusty wants a drink.
The impact that he had in Memphis for World Championship Wrestling is bringing. This is a segue. Oh, Monday Nitro to Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, what if it was a Van Hammer burner account?
Dusty Drink. You should know this. Tickets go on sale this Friday, June the 26th at the Mid-South Coliseum box office and all Ticketmaster outlets. Plus this Friday, you can meet the Nitro girls. One of my favorites.
Very fun, very handsome man. Nobody ever brings that up. Very underrated in the handsomeness department.
At the Mid-South Coliseum.
Let me tell you, I've spent a lot of time at the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, another heel versus heel match. We've had 2 or 3 of those so far on the show. And we're just about an hour in. Yeah, the block. Jerry Flynn's block. Vince Russo's wonderful idea to rip off Fight Club.
Lightning foot, Jerry Flynn in there against Hugh Morris, and Jerry Flynn may be one man that can go toe-to-toe. Oh, spinning heel kick.
Love that kick, because he just loses control in about like 2 or 3 steps after. He's like, ah! I meant to do that. Uncle Duder, thank you so much for popping up in the chat. Jerry Flynn brings me joy as well, my friend. Dusty with the Piggly Wiggly, hell yeah. Dusty seems like a big Piggly Wiggly fan.
Jerry Flynn, we've seen him up, seen him down, seen him in the middle. You know what I'm talking about? Great athletes. I don't know what that was about.
Shit.
I don't know what that was about.
Oh, man. We're seeing him down right now in the corner.
And when I edited that short about the block, I'm not kidding you. The choppiness of those videos, like having to like watch them over and over again to get the right clips, I genuinely got nauseous. I think the reason why Ice Train wasn't in the No Limit Soldiers was because he was in Germany at the time. He's working for Otto Vons.
Trying to get Jerry Flynn to join up with Hugh Morris, Nasty Brian Knobs, and the Barbarian.
Wait, is this the angle where they form the First Family? Hugh Morris just no-selling the kicks and being like, "This is a shoot, brother. You need to come with us." I'm so confused. Why did we just stop fighting?
Get stronger. Watch your back. Getting ready to get hit. No. Come with us.
Why did they not do this before the bell? Or after? Or literally any other time in the show?
Well, the match is obviously over. There are your two participants standing side by side at ringside.
I don't know. Jerry Flynn is shaking his head. It seems to be in agreement.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hey, I know you're kicking me. It doesn't affect me. But you should come be my tag team partner now. And now he's gonna fight a fan. Oh shit. That fan took a swing at Jerry Flynn. Jerry Flynn, I think he did some Florida Indies after WCW, but not a whole lot otherwise.
This is not good.
Yeah, this is how the first family was formed. That. Classic angle for a classic stable.
Closed captioning of WCW Saturday Night.
I cannot believe that angle caused a fan to get so mad that he swung at Jerry Flynn.
Easy to install and easy to get started.
I was up and running in minutes, so easy to use and
I'm sure Jerry Flynn tells that story to his kids now. Back in my day, fans got so mad that we confused them that they swung at me. Yeah, I guess that was a match.
This past week, I'll tell you all about it tonight during my exclusive hotline report. Plus, what is the latest story on Chris Jericho, the much sought-after free agent? I'll also have the latest on
He was still
Goldberg.
under contract at this point. They just weren't using him.
Face-to-face meeting in a number of years between Arn Anderson and Sid Vicious. I think everybody what recalls between the two of them what happened a number of years ago.
I think everybody recalls. No, they didn't.
I've got all of the news.
Judging by what the
professional
thing with Bishop
wrestling
said
world
like 10
tonight,
minutes after.
and only on the hotline at 1-900-909-9900. That's 1-900-909-9900. It's $1.69 a minute, kids. You must
Inflation, $1.69 a minute.
Call the hotline tonight. It's
Say that'd be like $7 a minute.
Thanks a lot, B.G. Scott Hudson, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Iron Mike Tenay back with you on the Superstation.
Got Finlay coming out.
Saturday night, and we talked earlier about the hardcore division. Here's a man who is as hard as nails in Fit Finlay.
Well, he's the Belfast Brawler, the Belfast Bruiser, direct from Ireland to World Championship Wrestling. List of accomplishments that would take the rest of this program to talk about what Fit Finlay has really accomplished.
I hope that fan swings at Fit Finlay as well.
As well as here in the United States with World Championship Wrestling.
I'm going to tell you a big difference between him and
You redneck. Big fan of the guy in the front, like pointing at the Fit Finlay sign, like, yeah, that's right.
And to wrestle on the mat and win a major title. Where nasty Brian Knobbs can beat you like a dog anytime he gets.
All right, who we got against Finlay?
He loves that. And he loves beating on you and taking you outside the ring. So
God, that camera, that crane shot made me like physically ill. Who the fuck is that? Mark Guthrie. What?
You talk about the technique that Fit Finlay adds to that hardcore division, and I have to agree with you. You look at a hardcore hack, you look at a
This is like easily the biggest moment of this guy's life.
Street fighters that take us to the ring, but in Fit Finlay he can brawl with you on those terms equally.
Why are they letting Travis Tritt wrestle?
Technique wrestling at submission skills, and he's very adept at that.
We have seen Fit
He looks like if Hornswoggle got that leg extension surgery.
Fit Finlay is always in every fight he steps between the ropes to participate in. You never count this man out.
Brian, Mark Guthrie's whole thing screams was stuffed in the back of Rip Rogers' van.
Wow, a couple from Mark Guthrie. Oh, and fires back with one of his own.
Oh, jeez. Finlay plowed through him with that clothesline.
I just came in my head when we're talking about it.
Does he just say he came in his head? Oh, the match is already over. Okay, I guess not. Finlay just felt like doing his finish as the third move of the match. Oh, jeez. One of those kicks that makes you pee blood.
You know, Kevin Nash said, go ahead, put the elbow off the top, make it legal.
There we go.
Step back, as you said, Scott, from anything.
Nope.
Sid Vicious is lethal at what he does. Like
what if this guy kicks out and wins this match? And wait, what's going on?
That's Mike Enos. It sure is.
Mike Enos is like, this is my friend Mark Guthrie.
had this youngster, Mark Guthrie, beat
Okay, Mark Guthrie apparently used to wrestle as the Fighting Okie. What is happening?
Mike Enos has made his way out of the locker room.
Well, you just saw referee Johnny Boone call for the bell. Is this a match? Looks like a
What?
power slam from Mike Enos.
What?
Just like that, the match is made here on Saturday night. You never know what's going to go down. Here
Apparently you can just, like,
Mike Enos has fit Finlay.
not just walk out and now you're in the match? What?
He's saying interference from Enos out there, great athlete that he is.
Hey, Tom McCartney, my brain is melting.
That's the bell you heard, Scott.
You want to end his career? My friend Mark Guthrie? That guy that I totally knew before 2 minutes ago? Yeah, Mike Enos was in the ring when Scott Hall made his first appearance on Nitro. Second most legendary appearance in Mike Enos' career next to this. Why? So this is not a match. Or is it? Yeah, the arena's back on fire, judging by all the smoke.
A young wrestler's early career, and now, oh boy, the reverse is Finlay, hard into the guardrail.
Also, to the best of my knowledge, these two, like, never feuded. They didn't have a program at the time. Yeah, why? Why did Mike Enos care so much? Hey, Brian Dermody, this is the most recent match on Mark Guthrie's cage match. This match, this was the peak. Mark Guthrie's like, fuck it, I can't get any higher than this. I love how nobody, not even the commentators. Wait, what? Okay, nobody knows whether or not that was a match. Finlay's like, if I pin you, they have to, like, call it one way or another. And now he just roasts that poor dude.
He's sending a statement to everyone else in World Championship Wrestling. He's not to be.
And now why is Mike Enos cutting a promo?
You have the guts to get in here and try me again?
No!
Enos is calling out Fit Finlay.
Apparently, Mark Guthrie had another match in WCW where he lost to Jim Powers. That was the peak. Finlay wins via confusion. They didn't even tell the wrestlers whether or not that was a match. Like, when Finlay pinned him, it looked like Finlay was really holding his shoulders down. God, Mark Guthrie, what a career. I love this website. They're like, oh, come look at bios of 25 of the 300 wrestlers we have under contract.
Promotional consideration paid for by
the website's so good that all the luchadors sit around one computer to watch it.
They go great anywhere. Most people prefer they go in the mouth. How else would you taste 70 years of roasting perfection?
Drive into a Travelodge location.
Sounds like something Stu Hart used to
newspaper and a great room at a great rate. Call 1-800-578-78.
Travelodge. Many a wrestler did illegal things in those.
The scent of exhilaration.
They had downloadable theme music on that website, says Uncle Duder. That's amazing for 1999. Oh, it's a Papa Shango commercial.
Tough actin', tenactin'.
Blasto butter, microwave.
Brian says that on Mark Guthrie's cage match, it says that he had wins over Mike Sanders, Elix Skipper, and Nova. Holy crap. What a career that dude had. Mark Guthrie, superstar.
Here at WCW. Ric Flair is still in charge of this company, however.
Yeah, iSport is going to be a huge star. I agree, Jonathan. He debuts them. Again, Dusty Rhodes does not have a chair.
How former enemies will all of a sudden align together because they're trying to protect.
Dusty is stoned out of his fucking mind.
We have to get an opinion from the former three-time,
holy shit.
And that's for you, DDP, world's heavyweight champion.
Also, shout out to my SSRI gang, taking my meds for the night.
This is bringing Flair and Piper back together.
Well, I think you know what it is, guys.
Like, I seriously think Dusty was like just in the studio bugging people, and they're like, "Do you want to walk in?"
A piece of the big pie. You don't want to rush out and grab a hold of an old dog unless you're sure
he won't bite you. And I'm not so sure they ain't gonna get bit, but I like that revolution.
Yeah,
You want a revolution?
he has no idea. He didn't watch Nitro.
Buff Bagwell told Roddy Piper he had
Didn't watch the
Piper's back.
pay-per-view. Has no idea what they're recapping.
Was for all the marbles, Piper, Flair, presidency of the company. Little did we know what was going to happen at the end of this.
Ludwig, we know.
Piper promised Bagwell that he would give him the ball.
Tony Holney walked
Piper
out.
was successful, but Bagwell's interference gave Flair the disqualification win.
And Roddy Piper not only the
Piper Spooky. The smoke in the arena was dusty, ripping bongs, the steroids, mixed
Roddy
steroids.
Piper turned his back on Buff Bagwell, leaving Buff Daddy in agony.
No real idea what's going on with any of this shit, even with the
We
narration.
went on to Nitro, and the world was at shock when Ric Flair named Piper Vice President. Malenko took a little...
Wait, now Malenko's the president? I'm so
He was
confused.
confronted by Arn Anderson. Anderson said he was firmly aligned with Ric Flair, and Flair, Piper, and Arn.
That looks like a
And Bam Bam
vivid
Bigelow
video
and
I
Canyon
saw.
cut off Chris Benoit and Terry Saturn as they tried to help from backstage.
And then everybody's in the ring.
One of the most exciting 8-mans in the history of wrestling took place.
In the history of wrestling.
It was something. If you've seen
I don't know what's going on there.
and take the victory.
We have a
over the
pin.
Nature Boy,
Buff Bagwell's pinning, I think, Ric Flair.
Future over the establishment.
Now Ric Flair's dead, R.I.P.
Buff blockbuster on Ric Flair to give his team the win.
Do you get the idea? Do you sense that?
Oh, it's Disco, our friend Disco Glenn.
On Nitro, when Buff Bagwell, what a shock that was, Dream. When Buff Daddy got the 1, 2, 3.
Maybe Disco Glenn booked that last segment.
And the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Well, I tell you what, I don't know about the passion of the talk. I'm not ready to go ahead and put that.
Nathan, so the ownership of a company can change hands via DQ, but the company's championship cannot. That's correct. Wait, why is Prince Iakea jumping Disco Inferno?
Disco Inferno was dancing his way to the ring. Prince Iakea
What?
had more than enough and jumped Disco in the ring.
This show was booked by, like, Mad Libs.
And Prince Iakea belly first into the ring apron. Now,
If you let AI book Monday Night Raw, this is what it would be. I'm baffled by everything happening. And I mean, I get it. I'm with you, Nathan. Who doesn't want to jump Glenn Goldberg? I get it. But also, Disco Inferno's the bad guy. And Prince Iakea just took a cool bump. Disco versus Iakea for these guys both suck championship. Why are all those dudes in the front row flipping off Prince Iakea? There's like a bunch of 15-year-olds in the front row who all look like Jamie Kennedy. Like, fuck you, man, fuck you. But if you wore a WWF shirt, you get kicked out.
I believe right here. And a lot of people, I think, Dusty, are looking back at that 8-man tag team this past Monday on Nitro, and they're thinking that that might be a groundbreaking.
Like, I'm pretty sure one of those kids in the front row was the actor from the Pretty Fly for a White Guy video. Yes, I'm sure Glenn has done this in his time.
Want the established stars to step aside.
They
just want an opportunity.
I think one of those idiot kids brought the Nick Patrick sign. That makes sense. What was that dancing guy's doing?
The torch is carried when you hold the world's heavyweight title.
What is going on?
Kevin Nash, Big Sexy, Sid Vicious, the Macho Man, and what's
And this feels like you typed in WCW Saturday Night into an AI generator.
You see Jimmy Hart, First Family, back together. Everybody's starting to jockey for position, so they see maybe what Malenko.
Now we're just going to restart the match.
Let's start it when it's all over.
Brian. Prince Iakea is the only person on camera who doesn't need to be in prison. Poor Billy Silverman.
Belt around your waist, that target on your back seems to grow, and Randy Savage shocked the world when he added Sid Vicious to his team.
Why did Disco hit him so hard with that elbow? That was kind of shitty. I think Disco's supposed to be the baby face. I'm baffled.
Dances his way all the way to the second turnbuckle. Iakea prone.
It's like he's auditioning to be a WWF mid-carder.
From old DI, gonna drop it straight down on Prince Iakea. Quickly over, float over, lateral press, hooks the leg, only got the 2 count.
You know, in the past, the
Here we go, a chin lock. Just what we want.
Inferno seems to be concerned has been his lack of intense concentration during a matchup. Seems to be more focused, however, Dusty, as of late.
Yeah, and focus is the name of the game. When you see guys that are saying they're held down or held back, whoa, got a pin right here. Opportunity is knocking on the door for the Prince right here. Opportunity knocking. They got to stay focused because
Opportunity noggin,
somebody's
as
coming
Dusty
for your
said.
spot. You know what I'm talking about?
Snap suplex from Prince Iakea. A battle of former television champions tying up here on the Superstation. Took his time with a lateral press and paid the price. He only got the 2 count.
You make a great point, Scott. Both
Dude, I wish you would have shared those painkillers with us. Bowser extension. Maybe this show would have made sense.
TV champion, momentum, trying to get Prince Iakea over. Oh, blocked it momentarily. Now Disco's got him.
Just paintbrushed him out and cradled him up. And again, only got the 2 count. Iakea. The kick right under the top of the head of the Disco Inferno.
Here's another thing to think about. When you win a title at an early age, it's hard because maybe momentum carried you. There were circumstances that made you win that title. And now coming back and getting it, we've seen both guys struggle on this comeback to regain a major championship. And sometimes I always say,
yeah, Iakea whiffed that kick.
I'd rather you go in and put your time.
I believe Iakea is from Florida, but I don't know where his parents are from.
As Big Sexy is finding out right now is harder.
Yeah, Prince Iakea is playing heel against Disco.
Like might have happened in this situation here.
You're saying that long-term for your
All right, Brian, this was taped at the wrestling hotbed of Johnstown, Pennsylvania. This building had a 4,001 seat capacity for hockey. There's no way they have more than 1,500 in that building right now.
Got another one. Bionic would have had him out. Speaking of Bionic elbow, I'm going to give you a little situation on that right there. 19 years old.
I think Iakea and Disco both were in Jimmy King's posse. I remember Iakea, I believe he was involved in the 4-Post Massacre.
A man called Fritz Von Erich beat me 2 straight, and the rest was history. And I haven't seen that time since, except to look at it.
Got the 2 count on Disco Inferno. We are seeing
Another match. Why are they going so long?
3 times. World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion.
Like, Disco did all of his moves before.
Now from Prince Iakea, and this is
He doesn't have any moves left to do.
For Prince Iakea, we are seeing a very vicious man inside that ring. Not the technical wrestler we have seen over the last couple of years, Mike.
I think the realization.
You know that great technical wrestler Prince Iakea?
More of an attitude if he's going to compete on this level. Here's the backslide.
Can he hang on?
Hey, Cecil. Yeah. We've been watching Disco wrestle for about, I think, 7 minutes now. It's very confusing. By the way, check out Mystery Wrestling. I believe they're streaming this Sunday live, free on Evil Uno's Twitch channel. Always a good time. Josh Alexander's on the card this Sunday. They stopped doing tapings at Disney in 90. So they stopped doing tapings at Disney, I think, end of 95, and they started doing tapings at Universal from like 96 through into 98. But Saturday night was always on the road.
There is a lot of fight left in both of these athletes. Up top, inverted atomic drop. Stood the Prince up, the clothesline knocked him down. Quickly over, lateral press, hook the leg, Disco got the 2.
Why is this match still going?
The arena so packed in full when WCW comes along. You read off a list of places where we're going to be. I can't wait to.
They have no idea what. Oh, hey, Olympic Slam. You can tell Disco had no idea what Iakea called.
I'm looking forward to it.
No, Saturday Night was not taped before Nitros or Thunders. These were standalone tapings. I always thought it was funny that Disco's finish for years was a joke because they had to make fun of the other company's top guy, and he's the shitty guy that they gave it to. Like, how must that feel? Being the shitty guy who's twerking, ew. Yeah, let's go. Is that a Cubs hat?
I tell you what, that one was so jam-packed full of action. let's make this one our Milky Way.
I believe that guy showing up a bootleg Bret Hart shirt.
Brought to you by Milky Way. Introducing the best caramel ever in the new best ever Milky
Glad
Way.
Milky Way. I'm sure Milky Way's so glad that they got to sponsor that match.
Right here, bad mistake, got missed. Disco Inferno right now taking a look. Once again.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nathan. This is the one cool part of the match.
One match gonna come back to haunt you right here.
Rest of it.
Disco taking advantage of this, and I guarantee you, when you talk about Milky Way, well, you can tell from my statue, I've had a few of them lately.
Oh, Dusty.
That's our Milky Way replay, and when we come back on Saturday night, the Cruiserweight strap is on the line.
Coming up next, a good match, maybe.
All right, a very quick reminder here on Saturday night, World Championship Wrestling traveling across the country from coast to coast and border to border. Nashville, Tennessee, get ready. WCW in your great city on Friday night, July the 23rd at the Municipal Auditorium.
Nashville, I believe that's Brian Turner was talking about. That's where they filmed the Rapid Scrap video. Probably filmed it that weekend.
At the auditorium. In Little Rock, Arkansas.
Best part about Disco Inferno is I have him blocked on all social media, so I have no idea what he says on his weird little gaming headset in his bedroom on his podcast.
Down in Jackson, Mississippi. Sunday night, July the 25th, Mississippi Coliseum, World Championship Wrestling, back in your great city. Tickets on sale at the box office and at all Ticketmaster outlets. By the way, this coming Friday, you can be...
Cannot get over how gigantic that microphone is.
Memphis, Tennessee.
He's like he's making fun of Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee. He's doing the Indy Kaufman.
And at all Ticketmaster outlets Friday, you get to meet the Nitro Girls in Memphis. Plus, get ready. This Saturday, tickets go on sale in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for Monday night.
The most excited anyone's ever sounded about Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Sioux Falls at the arena. Tickets available starting next Saturday at the box office and at all Ticketmaster locations. Colorado Springs, Monday, August the 16th. Nitro at the World Arena. Tickets go on sale.
Colorado Springs.
At the World Arena box
4:30 bell time. They
are
in a different time zone.
WCW Monday Nitro coming to your
town.
Hookerlin
absolutely has a gal. I don't know if it's a girl. Definitely a woman. Probably a few years advanced of a girl. And a woman in Sioux Falls. Nitro Girls, I always heard they... I think there was almost a lawsuit because they weren't getting paid for those meet and greets.
Kidman and Mysterio Jr. doesn't get much bigger than that. Well, I tell you what, there's a lot of talk about.
All right, Cecil. Oh man, Sioux Falls, fun story time. A friend of mine wanted to be hailed from Sioux Falls, South Dakota on a show in Canada. The promoter wouldn't allow it because he hailed from Sturgis, North Dakota because he had a biker gimmick and his name was Harley Davidson. Oh my goodness. Indie wrestling. Davison. Okay, there we go. Wrestling logic. He didn't want to get sued. They took the D out. Here we go. The filthy animals explode. And Rey Mysterio was a No Limit Soldier at this point, but Master P did not want his music on this show, apparently. Second No Limit Soldier of the night to not be allowed to use Master P. Ray just got lost, I think, walking to the ring, because again, so much smoke. There's no vents in this building, no windows.
Ray Jr. needs to maintain that level of concentration and know that this is a cruiserweight title match against one of the best.
Yeah, maskless Rey Mysterio.
And I know what this title means to him, but understanding P, Superdome New Orleans coming up, the No Limit Soldiers, which he is now one of.
He still looks just like this, but if you ran him through a one of those like Instagram filters that makes you look old, he doesn't actually look like an old person. He just looks like a child that has put their face in an Instagram filter.
He is the cruiserweight champion of the world, especially when he's in there against the man, the caliber of the former.
That should have been Dom's name, Rey Mysterio Jr. Jr. There was a Kamala Jr. that used to work indies around here.
Now, these people have seen us fight a million times. They don't want to see us fight each other. They want to see us fight together.
Yeah, but there's not another team out there.
Because, you know, we are friends, and we've been rolling up and down the road together, me, you, and K-Dog.
He means marijuana.
The filthy animals that we are. But the problem here is, you got the gold. Now, they made the match, so you know how I feel about the gold. It gets more chicks.
What is this promo from?
Now, I don't want to fight you, you don't want to fight me, but if they made the match, so I'm going to give it my all, and I expect the same from you.
Kidman is like, nobody wants to see this match. This is a stupid idea, but it's booked, so gotta do it.
Don't want to see us fight against each other.
And Ray's also like, this was stupid. Why was this booked? It's the main event of this show. Oh yeah, Brian. I always love the promos where the wrestlers are like, nobody wants to see this match. Shit.
We're just gonna have a nice and clean match. Is that cool?
And this is Kidman off of the heroin.
Here on WCW Saturday Night.
Reminds me of a Buddy Holly line when the
We're almost 30 years removed, and I still can't believe that Kidman did a heroin addict.
Follow an elbow tie up the former tag team champions. Kidman going for Ray Jr.'s cruiserweight strap. And you got to give Kidman credit. Whatever his motivation, he says he wants the belt. Friendship.
R.I.P. Willie Mays. I saw that right before we started.
I don't know what he's talking about.
One of the all-time greats in baseball, Willie Mays. Rest in peace.
1987. Wow. Yeah.
Gotta go back and check my videotape. Oh,
Well, I bet if there was a cruiserweight title at that point, Dusty would have put it on himself.
Kidman rocks here at our main event on Saturday night. Reversal.
And no, the implication was Raven got him on heroin.
But Kidman on the apron. Shoulder cuts off Ray Jr. Head scissors take over.
Oh, it's. I thought it was Lenny and Lodi. No, it's the Rednecks. They really wanted to see them do some head scissors before they attacked them.
Well, there was mutual respect between Mysterio and Kidman.
Hey, at least they didn't tell everybody before the match that they thought this was stupid. Oh, hey, here's Conan. Is Conan barefoot? Yeah, bring out Mark Guthrie. Get him. Yeah, I believe Conan is barefoot. Yeah, he already threw his shoes. And Kurt Hennig and Bobby Duncombe Jr. are the heels who are stopping the match that nobody wanted to see. Conan in the middle of the ankles, like, shit, I gotta put my watch in my pocket.
They're still going on that right here. They see a little bit of clubbing. A little clubbing went down right there. Stuck them down.
Again, the baby faces have the numbers advantage, and they're just beating the shit out of the heels. Yeah, Disco Inferno's match got like 10 minutes. The Mike Tolbert match went 10 minutes. This couldn't get more than 30 seconds before the run-in. This is again a pre-taped show. Alright, before we get into the second show that we're watching tonight, here's what we'll be watching next week on WCW Deep Cuts Live.
The United States, Japan, in North Korea. It's an exciting event.
Alright, so next week we will be watching the American pay-per-view presentation of the Collision in Korea event from North Korea. I ran it through because I was afraid. I'm like, I kind of want to watch this, but I'm afraid like YouTube will be weird about it. But I uploaded it to YouTube as a test, and YouTube is like, hey, New Japan doesn't care, so we're going to watch it next week here on Twitch, and then I'll upload it to YouTube.
2 weeks away from Bash at the Beach, and what a main event. The world champion Kevin Nash.
It's the biggest show of all time. 180,000 fans in North Korea.
Kevin Nash told us on Thunder he does not trust
Why? It looks like they're sitting at on a high chair.
This past Monday on Nitro, the president of WCW, Ric Flair, as well as RP the VP, Vice President Rowdy Roddy Piper, well, they decided to stir up.
So we're gonna go a bit past the top of the hour, just FYI. Normally end around 11. We're gonna go to about 11:20 now.
So I guess it was only natural
Just
for them
FYI.
to put them together as a
Yeah, RPVP. That was Roddy Piper's
it will be those
sweet name at
going
this
against
time.
Team Savage, Randy Savage, and Psychotic Sid.
Much more
Psychotic Sid. Couldn't call him Psycho Sid because Jerry McDivitt might get on you.
That feud gets taken up a couple of notches later tonight.
I cannot take them seriously. I'm expecting Scott Hudson to be like, I'm the baby, gotta love me. Alright, Sweet Laser Light Show, who's coming out? Oh, it is Dave Burkhead. He's not a power plant guy, but maybe the worst wrestler I've ever seen in my life. On national television, at least. I'm sure there have been much worse on indie shows, but this guy somehow got on national television. Those who don't know, Dave Burkhead was a Northeast indie wrestler around this time, whose indie name, I swear to goodness, Knuckles Sandwich. Knuckles Sandwich was Dave Burkhead on the indies. Cecil, why didn't WCW's final show end with them having caused a new ice age? Like Van Hammer crawling, please don't. This is Van Hammer in his Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation era.
Well, that's certainly a question that will be answered Monday in Chicago, and a reminder to fans in the Windy City. Tickets are still available.
This is way too cool of a song for Van Hammer. Mr. Sandwich, aka Mr. Sandwich, aka Mr. Burkhead.
Monday Nitro returns to Jacksonville, Florida, and the Jacksonville Coliseum. Now, tickets for Atlanta and Jacksonville are available at the respective arena box offices and Ticketmaster locations.
Van Hammer, who I believe last year went to jail because he hit a 5-year-old with his car. Van Hammer of Mime Karaoke.
Starting us off here on TBS. It's WCW Saturday Night at Van Hammer.
It is the blind leading the limbless.
Right into the gut, and Burkhead can't get untracked. Oh, what a right hand.
Yes, as Will Scott brings up, he is in fact Van Hammer, the man to come save WCW.
Was another surprise this past Thursday on Thunder.
I wish Van Hammer was Chris Hero's dad. That'd be dope. If Chris Hero was secretly second generation, his dad was Van Hammer.
And the guy is as technically sound as anyone.
Hey, Van Hammer helped train the Briscoes, so.
You saw him in there. He made his return 48 hours ago.
Yeah, Van Hammer is a felon. So no, unfortunately, he won't be able to get across the border. I'm sorry, Cecil. Oh my God! Okay, he landed flat, so that was relatively safe. But for about half a second, that looked like it was going to be a disaster. I'm sorry for blowing out everybody's ears.
In Albany, Georgia, at a clash of the
Hillbilly. This is a great warm-up match with the G1 right around the corner. And Troy to the world. Was your friend Van Hammer?
And Finlay apparently on the same team along with Dave Taylor. We'll see where that goes.
I love that Dave Burkhead's tights just say bad on them. Not like bad attitude or bad ass. This is bad.
World Tag Team Championship on the line.
Van Hammer was like 6'5", I think, 6'5", 6'6". He's a big old dude.
Against Chris Benoit and Perry Saturn.
Well, no question that Saturday
oh my gosh. Bad Wrestler. Yeah. What if that was his nickname? Bad Wrestler Dave Burkhead.
Unceremoniously back into the top turnbuckle.
Tough to argue with the new attitude of Van Hammer, the new ring style, especially when it comes to terms of wins and losses.
When Van Hammer is by far the best guy in the ring.
Gave up the give peace a chance stuff, and now strictly violence. Van Hammer.
Hey, No Mercy, the Submaster. Welcome.
Now, Burkhead really has never gotten untracked against a much larger athlete.
Oh, Irish Whip. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna? What was that bump? He bumped like one of the, like when the Three Stooges would do like like a pratfall?
Here we go. This is it.
Oh, jeez.
First, did you see the head snap on Dave Burkhead? Oh, him. So brutal. He knows he's got his opponent beaten, but never take that for granted.
What's Van Hammer gonna do? Oh, Cobra Clutch, Shitanamaki hold. There was an edit there. There was totally an edit there. Something got messed up so bad that they even cut it out of Saturday Night. Yes, the one and only, as Billy Gunn would call it. Van Hammer has it all. Don't shove the cameraman. I'm pretty sure the WCW payroll info, if you look up, if you Google it, I think Chris Harrington made it public a while ago. Also, great commercial here. If you buy this shirt, you can beat the shit out of it. And yes, I agree with you, Uncle Duder. Where the hell is Mark Guthrie? Mark Guthrie against Van Hammer. Oh, he took it offline. Might have taken it offline when he got hired by AEW. I'll have to search. I swore. Like, I have it saved somewhere. I'll have to look for it. Valvoline. Motor oil you can buy at the grocery store. At least we got Gina Mike flag this week for his giant microphone.
We'll talk about Goldberg and also the return to
We'll talk about Bret the Hitman Hart. We're going to talk about Goldberg and how Bret the Hitman Hart thinks that Goldberg is a piece of shit.
Lawsuits, affairs, virtually all of the news that is news. Things we cannot talk about on television.
Also, I'm pretty sure those are actual bootleg shirts from the lockers there. Like, there's no way WCW sold either of those.
Give us a call, 1-900-909-9900.
Only WCW would use bootleg shirts. That's true, Cecil. I apologize. Bret doesn't know of a guy named Goldberg. But Bill Goldberg, on the other hand.
Hey, I wonder if Mean Gene's got any scoop on the surprise Ric Flair has in store for Kevin Nash Monday on Nitro.
Well, I tell you what, it's certainly been the talk of the WCW.
Who we got here? Oh, it's Al Green. You don't care if you're some karate. Good old Al Green. Cousin Al, as I like to call him. That's scary as hell. That was a jump scare.
Especially at the United Center. It was, what, about a year ago?
Here we go. Let's get it on. Al Green.
In his former incarnation, was hustled out of the building by the security at the United Center. Are you kidding me?
As well as Ric Flair's friend, the General.
Oh, yeah. Al Green against Ming. All right.
What's going to happen to us?
It's your job.
Well, I know that.
You're scared to go.
Well, I mean,
it's not like you have an option.
Well, what are we going to show?
That's a good point, Nathan. How do we know that was not the real Sting on that man's shoulders? That man could have been 17 feet tall, for all we know.
Thursday night when he came out in a matchup that involved Jimmy Hart. As we see Jimmy Hart make his way to the ring.
Yeah, that man's name is Al Green, formerly Master Blaster of some kind. Kevin Nash is his partner. Oh, it's apparently Barbarian. Never mind. No, it's not Ming. We're going to get 2 Barbarian matches. And that is awesome, Cecil. I'm glad you appreciated the Barbarian from a young viewing age, because Barbarian ruled. Still does.
He's taken away one of the most entertaining developments in WCW.
Yeah, he did have furry boots for a while. Now he just has a sword or a dagger on his tights.
Jimmy Hardy's been rebuilding among his first family members. We see the Barbarian in action here against Al Green. Of course, he has Brian
La Bamba Dubaka. Hello, Barbarian looking fool. Yes.
And on this program 1 week ago, he added Jerry Flynn to the First Family stable.
That is a growing organization. Every man involved in the First Family.
Come on, Al. You expect Barbarian. Oh, shit, Barbarian did bump for you. Good on you, Al Green. Whenever Barbarian would sell, he always just looked kind of confused. Like he was, like, itchy. Okay, we got Jimmy Hart distracting the ref.
Cash those big world champion paychecks. He's not gonna
I'm pretty sure he could have done that.
that World Championship payday to team up.
It's a gray area whether or not you could smash a guy's face into the stairs in front of a referee. It's technically part of the ring.
Very concerned about the Nash.
Oh, jeez.
They don't trust each other. Nash thinks Sting drove the Hummer.
Well, again,
The referee totally just saw them on the floor.
He doesn't have an option. This was a ruling by Vice President Piper and President Flair that they be involved in that matchup at Bash at the Beach. And Scott, I spoke with Zane Bresloff of Awesome Promotions earlier today.
Shout out Zane Bresloff. According to Dave Meltzer, is the only reason anything good ever happened in WCW.
Sunshine State for Bash at the Beach, July the 11th.
You have a good point, Brent. These two should just stop fighting, form a tag team, and leave. Because that's how Jimmy Hart's guys ended matches at this point. According to what we saw a few matches ago.
Brings up the paranoia involved with Kevin Nash not trusting Sting.
Cecil bringing up a good point. Barbarian was screwed by Hercules. Barbarian should still be the WWE champion to this day because of that mishap from the '92 Rumble.
Well, what we're seeing is
Labamba Dubaka with the trivia fact. This is the only time that Al Green ever wrestled the Barbarian.
Still as a unit, you see the East Coast triad.
Brian. Alexandra York should have introduced her new sighting, Robert Arian.
You're seeing the revolution, the young wrestlers in WCW. They're forming up. You're seeing the icons making their own group, and it's all revolving around the world champion Kevin Nash.
And Kevin Nash is
Scott Hudson's not allowed to call Ric Flair and Roddy Piper old, so they're icons instead.
Who was driving the Hummer? It's a question that we still haven't answered.
Thumbnails.
If I was reading Randy Savage correctly on Thursday night, Savage talked about showing his cards at Bash at the
Is Barbarian wearing Taka tights? Like the little short Taka Michinoku tights that come down until right below your knee?
Just exactly who was behind the wheel of that Hummer.
That's
I think he
exactly
is.
the way I took that comment from the Macho Man Randy Savage last Thursday on
What a
Thunder.
weird choice by the Barbarian.
He is so out of control, so over the top. He might even remember making that statement.
Somebody needs to bring back that camera angle. I feel like that camera angle died with WCW.
Raining down the right hand to the side of the head of the Barbarian. And we talk about the polarization.
Okay, apparently Barbarian did wrestle Al Green in 1993.
Here we go. Belly to belly. Suplex release, and I mean Green hit hard.
Well, Al Green has had his share of the
He's loading up the boot.
but the Barbarian just nailed
I don't know how that loads up a boot, but hey, there you go. What a sell! Why is everybody selling like Shemp tonight?
Wait a minute. Is that a high sign? Is he done?
Oh, he's going to do his armbar finisher. That is just the move that all the power plant guys did. I think Mike Tolbert did that like 7 minutes in that match from the previous episode. That'd be amazing, Fire Pro Spooky, if Kenta saw this match and was like, I got an idea for ring. Because this is around the time Kenta broke in, I'm pretty sure.
And for the mouth of the South, it's yet another victory.
In this depressing pay-per-view commercial, WCW comes into town, weather gets horrible.
Only from World Championship Wrestling. You can join us by calling your cable company.
That lunatic wants WCW to abduct him.
Pay-per-view. It's WCW back at the beach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on TBS with more of
There's
WCW
Gene
Saturday
peddling
Night.
his bootleg shirts
One
again.
thing to watch our great programming on television, it is another to see it live and in person. This weekend, the stars of WCW, the Nitro Girls, and DJ Ran will be appearing.
DJ Ran's going to be signing autographs.
Coming to cities around the Midwest. And by the way, all of the top talent in World Championship Wrestling also there. Tonight in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Ooh, Fort Wayne.
Coliseum at
About a
7:30 p.m.
2-hour drive from where I
Available at the
am.
Coliseum box office.
DJ Ran was all up in my area,
Up in Milwaukee,
technically.
Wisconsin, downtown there at the Milwaukee Arena, again 7:30 p.m. Tickets will be available, are available, will always be available.
Always be, they're still available to this day, some people
Ticketmaster
say.
outlets. Plus a couple of upcoming thunders we got to talk about.
And imagine Mean Gene
running
running like an online bootleg shirt shop. Hello, Greg2377. Welcome. Thank you so much for bringing the crackers and the stale soda. Appreciate it.
Tickets on
Back,
sale at the
relax.
Central Ticket Office and at all ticket link outlets. Also in Moline, Illinois, up in the Quad Cities.
Mark of the Quad. When I was a kid, I thought Mark of the Quad was a person.
And at all Ticketmaster outlets.
Diesel next will be available forever. Yes.
Folks, don't go away. When we come back, we're going to have highlights from Nitro this past Monday night.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Stephen J. Neptune with another time capsule. The time capsule this episode, this is the same weekend as the WWF did King of the Ring 99. That Stone Cold versus the McMahon's ladder match with that ending where Boss Man raised the briefcase. Thirsty for Nile water. I think baseball would be way cooler if they were allowed to use it. I think a lot of us thought ECW was a shoot when we were kids. I certainly would go to school and tell people that ECW was a shoot.
Yeah, like a big old
I'm with you, Troy. I sport these great vignettes that I thought were for a wrestler.
Sport, the scent of exhilaration from Aquavelva.
Pizza from a toaster? Only with toaster breaks.
Ooh, let me shove pizza in a toaster.
Real mozzarella, right from your toaster. Get Toaster Breaks Pizza.
On Nitro, we saw Team Savage.
On Nitro, we saw Sid park inside the building for some reason.
World champion Kevin Nash emerge and give chase. He wants to know who was
And Kevin Nash chases a car inside the building.
Kevin Nash. Speaking of invading,
God, midlife crisis Randy Savage was so good.
And Kidman and cleaned house.
They certainly did.
That's what Kidman gets for telling everybody the Saturday Night main event is something nobody wants to see. Sid Vicious beats him up.
Nash accused the Stinger of driving the Hummer for Team Macho Man Randy.
And we are deep in Hummer madness.
In his denial, but what he was talking about when we talk about Kevin Nash was 1 week ago on Nitro when Sting came out of the Hummer to attack Rick Steiner.
That was involved in a hardcore match, and back to this past Nitro.
AEW needs to run a Who Was in the Cybertron mystery. Macho was deep in Hummer madness too. I heard that. Hey, Shellcracker. No, Hummer was not a sponsor. That's the thing. Hummer just got all this free publicity. These homicidal wrestlers. La Parka 2 for 2. That dope jacket. Why is somebody just walking the aisle beside him? Like, anybody else see that arm? They couldn't even get La Parka a regular chair. They got a padded one. Poor guy. Hey, La Parka faked out somebody in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and they'll never shut up about it.
Kevin Nash and Sting can make some sort of peace before Bash at the Beach, but now we know that the
there we
total
go.
package Lex Luger will be around to watch the back of Sting, and Sting needed that because he's in there with two sworn enemies in Randy Savage.
Like, seriously, I could not imagine sharing a locker room and not getting so jealous of that sweet leather jacket. Oh shit, high dosage, here we go. Kenny Chaos.
I don't trust you, franchise boy.
Whoa.
Former World Tag Team Champion, Kenny Chaos.
Cut the promo on Sting on Thunder, saying that he wasn't interested in Sting becoming World Heavyweight Champion or even getting a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship.
Kenny Chaos with giant pecs. No, Kenny. He's back to just being chaos here.
July the 8th at the BJCC, and tickets are on sale right now at the Arena Central Ticket.
Kenny Chaos boobs of the week right here.
Thunder in Moline, Illinois on July the 22nd, and tickets are available at the Mark of the Quad City.
You did, but that is still a great story, Cecil. When Cecil ran into La Parka and got starstruck, and S.A. Rios laughed at him, and then he had to go play in a spot. Again, great story, worth repeating.
Was a big part of that event. That's another double tough individual, and we're seeing Tank Abbott teaming up with.
Shout out to Outlaw 110 Proof's brother. Thank you so much. Spreading the word. Appreciate the kindness, Outlaw 110 Proof.
Never know who's going to show up at a World Championship Wrestling event.
That's why I'm still so pumped about Monday on Nitro to see exactly
So
what
pumped.
kind of surprise
Find out who drove a
Ric
car.
Flair has for the world champion Kevin Nash.
No, you're right. Is it a person? Is it a wrestler? Is it an individual that currently...
Is it a person? Is it a person? Who the fuck would it be? It's a dog.
Ric Flair have in store for Nash this Monday in Chicago?
What's that SNL sketch? The cat who drives the car?
Kevin Nash has amassed in his 10-plus years inside this great sport of professional wrestling. It could be anyone or anything.
There was that pizza toaster we saw earlier.
Previous association with Kevin Nash.
It was Alf.
Stranger.
Gonna go down at the United
Is it a person? No, it's a giraffe. Toons is the driving cat. Thank you, Jonathan.
Oh, and another one.
Could have been RoboCop. True, RoboCop had ties to Sting. That's a good point. Mercy.
Shoulders of Parka down, and referee Mickey J with a 2 count, and Mickey J was certainly in the
Like, why even wear a singlet when you just have your entire upper body exposed anyway?
Here we go, another pin attempt, a 2 count for Chaos. We saw Mickey J take not only a stuffed pile driver from
Which, I mean, good on him. He's fucking jacked as hell.
Power bomb from Sid Vicious, and I'm telling you, Mickey backstage, he's walking very gingerly. He's saving up every bit of energy.
I would say normally to hide the tummy, but I don't think Chaos had a tummy.
in the corner. Parka with the shoulder block.
I mean, maybe he did.
Diagonally. Ooh, nailed him with that corner lariat. You saw the head of Chaos snap back. There's the enziguri kick.
This may do it. Looks the leg, and Parka got the 2 count. Parka may be wanting to...
There we go. That's what we paid to see.
We have seen Eddie back better than ever since his return from that horrible automobile crash late last year. And we have seen Eddie Guerrero take apart the former members of the Latino World Order. La Parka was in that organization. Eddie may have La Parka in his
This is why WCW was sorely missed, because where else would you have gotten this match? That's a good point, Brian. Thinking ahead to his older years, he wouldn't have to stay in that tremendous shape if he was a singlet guy from day one. That's a good point.
Oh, did that connect? Lateral press and Chaos out at 2.
Cecil also has a good point. Could be due to having previously been larger, so the skin's a little loose. Yeah, maybe diet it down. Yeah.
At least in Eddie's mind, because shortly after that car accident on New Year's Eve, the LWO members, if you recall, all took their shirts and disbanded the organization, showing no
Careless whisper in the wind did not connect.
Backsplash did not connect, but a reversal of Parka. Oh, paid the price.
Oh. Eddie Chaos is psyched. Oh! Seriously, La Parka is taking these bumps. He took one of those in the Damien match, too. Unbelievable. Here we go. Famous high voltage springboard. Those dudes would do springboards in every damn match. Singlet comes down. Showing everybody every square inch of his upper torso.
He played to his strengths. He had the size, he had the power advantage, even over the largest luchador, La Parka, and he certainly used that edge.
Get right up in those pecs, camera operator.
It's our 1-800 collect replay. It's the easy way to save.
There's a prime example with the power slam by Chaos. You see a perfectly...
That was a fun little match.
There's that clothesline off the top.
Right. Kenny Cass runner-up for Rookie of the Year. Bagwell run for like the 8th year in a row.
It's the easy way to save. 2 weeks from tomorrow night, it's the brawl, the bang, the bash, and the beat.
Like, they probably spent decent money on this commercial that didn't convince nobody to buy that pay-per-view.
It is back at the beat.
Spill water on myself. Shocked.
America Online.
America Online.
America Online
Who would
4.0. The easiest just got easier.
essentially own this company like 6 months later.
America Online. So easy to use. No wonder it's #1.
There we go. The West Texas Rednecks. I like country music. I like country girls. I like Willie Nelson. Don't forget about Merle. The only one thing that I hate, and it's a bunch of crap. I hate crap. But I love that, and that's indie wrestling in a nutshell. Someone tried to do Wrestling Year in Awards for the province of Ontario. Promotions were getting like 800 to 1,000 votes while drawing 20 people. That's indie wrestling in a nutshell. You can always get online participation. Can't get tickets sold. Brian with the actual answer to who was Rookie of the Year in 99. 99 Rookie of the Year in PWI was Shane McMahon. Yeah, Barry Windham's tights, I don't want to say they couldn't be smaller, because probably could be, but holy shit, those things are tight. Stephen J. Neptune, man, I refuse to believe that West Texas Rednecks hated all rap and tell me that Barry Windham wasn't doing the Soulja Boy at some point in time. He did Superman that hoe. I will be at Naptown All-Pro Sunday with my son Noli. Looks like a hell of a card. Indianapolis Sunday afternoon, Naptown All-Pro.
Not only for the on sale for the great WCW event that's coming on July the 23rd, but to be a part, well, a history-making part of the video. Kurt Hennig, Barry Windham, Kendall Windham, Bobby Duncan.
Barry Windham wearing much tighter jorts than Chad Fortune was about an hour and a half ago. Yeah, we got all the No Limit soldiers. Very cool. I will see you there, perhaps, Jonathan. Yeah, Brad tried his heart out to be a No Limit soldier, and
Cowboys be talking about them for life, but No Limit soldiers, somos unos vatos locos forever. But more importantly than all that, Louisiana is bound and
somebody shut off an air horn?
You heard me.
Oh, Conan's got some competition.
Brad Armstrong in the FUBU.
Rey Mysterio Jr., the cruiserweight champion of the world. Obviously, the title.
So yes, this is Barry Windham versus Rey Mysterio.
Well over the weight limit, but this should be one fantastic matchup.
Just incredible when you look at the contrast in size.
That's right, Jonathan. Good point. We do have our Armstrong box checked in the bingo game tonight. Congrats. This is an insane match. Rey Mysterio versus Barry Windham with Brad Armstrong in the corner. And Barry Windham wearing gardening gloves and Daisy Dukes.
And these two, one half of the Cowboys, along with Bobby Duncombe Jr. and Kurt Hennig. Ray Jr. backs Barry Windham into a corner.
Like,
give Rey Mysterio Jr. a lot of credit.
The size difference here is unreal. Yeah, this is the real sicko stuff. Tony Khan, bless his heart, talks about booking for the sickos. This is what the sickos really want. Barry Windham against Rey Mysterio. This is what we lost when WCW died. I have no idea how Barry got those shorts on, but I'm so happy he did. Barry just like grabbed him by the crotch.
Windham with Rey Mysterio Jr. in the center of the ring. He could go anywhere with him here. Oh no! Rey escaped the snake eyes and Barry went hard into the top turnbuckle.
The sickos do want Barry Windham in those Daisy Dukes.
Now off the top, he hits the bulldog. That's his own move.
That's his own move? That was Dustin's move.
He hit the top rope bulldog.
Oh, here we go. Bronco Buster.
And now I think it's Rough Rider time.
Oh.
In the corner. Barry Windham is a veteran. He's been around this great sport for a long time. You're not going to outthink Barry Windham. And Rey Mysterio Jr. just found that out the hard way. Windham. Oh, leaves with a right hand just left.
Seriously. If this match happened today, like, let's say Tony Khan was like, Barry Windham and Rey Mysterio tonight on Collision. So many dorks would be stupid and find reasons to get mad about it. It's like, no, we need more like, we need more matches like this.
It's going to be Ray Jr., Conan, B.A., and Big Swole making up the foursome representing the Rappers.
Like, I think the closest thing we've gotten to this is that one time that Ray Phoenix wrestled Jeff Jarrett on Dynamite.
To take on the Cowboys. That one guaranteed to get out of control at back at the
Oh.
beat. Barry Windham.
Boo-boo here means feels unlikely that Brad's urban to scuffle and hillbilly. Hell yeah. Barry with a great bump on that Hurricane Rana.
What an unbelievable athlete. There is so much fight in the cruiserweight champ. Reversal. Flip out by Ray Jr. Oh, but Kendall was there with a double leg sweep and takedown. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's it.
Leo Rush and Billy Gunn would be pretty close to this. There's Brad Armstrong.
PA, take it out. Kendall
He
Windham. Ray Jr.
looks ridiculous. I love it.
Oh, Duckham. Bobby Duckham Jr. and Kurt Hennig. It's 4-on-2. The Cowboys. You knew they were here.
And fans are throwing beers in the ring. Between this and that fan that tried to swing at Jerry Flynn on the last episode. Oh, here comes Chase Tatum. And Swole. Again, the Rednecks are outnumbered by like 10 dudes. Yeah, why did Ray do the Conan promo when Conan was there?
Oh, this is going to get so heated. Come back at the beat. Oh, Swole. What an impressive individual, and BA, they're just jawing.
Brad Armstrong doing all the great.
Is known as the Giant Killer, and Big Barry Windham.
You got a sad side where it's adorable. It's adorable, and somehow he's coming off more convincing than Chase Tatum.
It prevented a decisive win, but nonetheless, it's a disqualification victory for the World Cruiserweight Champion.
And the No Limit Soldiers, along with the rappers, Rey Mysterio Jr.
Aw, family hug.
Counting the minutes to bash at the beat. It's going to be 4-on-4. Ray Jr., Conan,
Swole was probably like, why didn't my cousin make me come here? Which one did you think is Lash, Nathan? I don't. It's Chase Tatum. Swole is the big black dude. Rey Mysterio, Conan, Brad Armstrong. Those are the guys. No, unfortunately, no Lash LaRue.
It's the July tradition from WCW. Back at the beat.
Yeah, that's Chase Tatum, I believe is who you. Yeah, Chase Tatum is huge. Well, Master P wasn't on the screen just then. He was just going on who was on the screen. What is this?
It's man against man. Power and strength. It's art painted with rage. And it's 100% live. Watch WCW Monday Nitro.
Why? Okay. This is almost a July '99 Nitro commercial with Glacier and like Chris Jericho footage from 2 years earlier.
We're going to be back up in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois.
Like some of those clips from like 1996.
They remain on sale at the box office and at Ticketmaster locations in the greater Chicagoland area.
What about the lesser Chicagoland area?
Home in Atlanta, Georgia at the Georgia Dome. Tickets on sale there at the box office and at all Ticketmaster locations. Monday, July the 12th, traveling south to beautiful Jacksonville, Florida on the Atlantic shores. We're going to be at the Coliseum downtown. Tickets available to the box office and at all Ticketmaster outlets.
Dean's likely passed out on those Atlantic shores
Rockford,
before.
Illinois, back in the upper Midwest at the Metro Center. Tickets on sale at the box office.
Rockford,
and
don't
all
go back
Ticket
to
Center
Rockford.
outlets.
Well, don't go back to
Tickets, by the way,
Rockville.
just went on sale this morning. I got the call for Monday Nitro on Monday, August the 2nd in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Yeah, that commercial came off like they were trying to trick you into thinking Nitro was still like it was
So get them in advance.
when it
They're
was
available
good.
at the arena box office and at all Ticketmaster outlets. Colorado Springs, the World Center, Monday, coming up Monday, August the 16th. Tickets on sale at all Colorado neighborhood box office locations. And on pay-per-view right around the corner, Sunday, July the 11th.
Gene's so excited to go back to Fort Lauderdale.
There at the box office
So
and
excited.
at all Ticketmaster locations. More for this past Monday Nitro.
Promotional consideration paid for by the
Whoever taped this was like, fuck that.
They go
No
great
recaps
anywhere.
for us.
Most people prefer they go in the mouth. How else would you taste 70 years of roasting perfection?
Again, I'm sure Gene said that to some unlucky co-ed at some
A
point.
great room at a great rate. Call 1-800-578-7878 now for Travelodge.
Seriously, if that guy would have debuted Unlike Nitro, he would have been so over after they played these ice sport ads for
Pick Hot
months.
Pockets and get real food.
Ooh,
with
Hot
real
Pockets
ingredients. Real
suck.
cheddar cheese, real sliced ham, real vegetables, real food for a busy life.
Real food. Hot Pockets. Is this that Game of Thrones I keep hearing
A
about?
sandwich just isn't a sandwich without the tangy zip of Miracle Whip.
Tangy Zip,
On Nitro,
Miracle
Master
Whip.
P and the No Limit Soldiers were celebrating the birthday of P's little brother Silk the Shocker when the Cowboys.
Oh, that's right. Silk the Shocker had his birthday party on Nitro. I forgot.
And offered a present to Master P's brother.
And what was it? A cowboy hat, and Silk the Shocker was not impressed. Put the boot to the present.
Well, the rappers didn't take kindly
And there's
to
like
that and
50
the
people in
birthday
that
cake
ring.
Made Kurt Hennig wear it.
And Kurt Hennig was not happy either. Later on Nitro.
And you cannot tell what's going on based on any of these freeze frame shots.
Yet another notch.
Well, this was the conclusion of the World Tag Title match, and bodies came from everywhere to hit.
Bodies came from everywhere. I have no idea.
Who will get a title shot.
I don't even. Yeah, no. You can't even tell who's in that shot.
Continued all over the place from the
Why is Master P standing in the middle of a battle royal?
on Nitro.
Yeah, as this ended, it was the No Limit Soldiers again celebrating in the ring. You saw the World Tag Team title holders, that triad with the East Coast
That
attitude.
triad.
Diamond Dallas Page, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Canyon.
There we go. Lenny Lane with Lodi. No, not with Lodi. With Bobby. What? With Bobby Blaze. After they put Lenny with Lodi last week, my brain's broken, folks. Again, this is what would happen if you type WCW Saturday Night into an AI generator. And they're wrestling the West Texas Rednecks? Lenny Lane was a heel last week. Team alliteration, yes.
From World Championship Wrestling. Call your cable company or satellite provider. It's July 11th on pay-per-view.
That's right, Bobby Blaze is in the WCW Mayhem game because he did the mocap for it.
Portion of WCW Saturday Night brought to you by Skittles. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavors.
I believe, judging by the timing, this is the main event, folks. This was a short episode of Saturday Night, but I believe, I'm looking at the time bar, I think this was the main event of the show.
There's going to be an 8-man elimination tag team bout. We talked earlier about the teams, and this is half of
Kurt Hennig and his little pee-pee dance, trying to get a turd out from the leg of his singlet.
Mysterio, B.A., and Swole.
The Purify Me Bash at the Beach logo.
You must leave the ring. I mean, we could be looking at a situation where there could be 4-on-1 at Bash at the Beach.
You know what, I tell you, I like rap music as much as the next guy. I like country music as much as the next guy, but that's...
Scott Hudson. I would love for Scott Hudson to name 3 rappers.
In the tri-state area. Thing will neuter every animal there is in sound. Please.
I don't know, our broadcast colleague Larry Zbyszko seems to think that it's going to be a hit on the C&W.
This is the main event
Great.
of a nationally televised professional wrestling show in the year 1999. Bobby Duncombe Jr. and Kurt Hennig against Lenny Lane and Bobby Blaze.
Bob Seger is his favorite. He's a big rock and roll fan.
Larry Zbyszko is a Bob Seger fan?
You're going to have to start.
Now we're just listing off what CDs all the announcers have in their car because they've run out of stuff to talk about.
He is wrestling's living legend.
The Cowboys to face Lenny Lane and Bobby Blaze, and I'm wondering, you know this question, where is Lodi? I can't believe I'm asking that.
Now, why would you want to know in the first place? But I think what you mean to say...
Perry Valley for Larry Zbyszko. Yeah, that sounds about right, Brian. Here we go. Kurt Hennig, great tan on Kurt Hennig. I believe the reason they were ending early was it was baseball season. There's a Braves game on. Stevie J. Neptune right then brought it up. Short episode because the Braves would beat the Mets 7-2 right after this.
That is a slap heard around the world when it knocks you down. One right to the breadbasket from Kurt Hennig. And to the ropes, Lenny. Oh, big knee lift.
Bless Lenny Lane's heart for bumping like that. Hell yeah. Good on Lenny.
the master of, well, wrestling technique, and Hennig unloaded with the knee lift. You see now his tag team partner, Duncombe, taking Lenny Lane, tossing him back into the ring, but look at Lenny Lane bail out.
2 weeks from tomorrow night in Fort Lauderdale.
There we go. Bobby Blaze. Get your stuff in.
The Cowboys. Kurt Hennig.
I think
Bobby Duncombe Jr.
pretty crooked little shove off there, but that's fun.
B.A. Swole. Rey Mysterio Jr. and Conan, and you said it earlier, Mike. And
You know, it's funny. Bobby Blaze wore those kick fights. I don't think he ever threw kicks.
4-on-1 before it's all over.
Well, that's really the reality of an elimination match. You always have to have that in the back of your mind. It could come down to a situation.
But hey, if you say Bobby Blaze's name 3 times online in a row, he'll appear in the comments.
Cowboys in a 4-on-1. It's just going to be quite a matchup. And isn't it ironic that for an organization that was on the verge of possibly eliminating tag team wrestling, upcoming at Bash at the Beach, we have that 8-man tag. We have the World's Tag Team title match with Perry Saturn and Chris Benoit challenging Diamond Dallas Page and Bam Bam Bigelow with Canyon. And then we also have Kevin
Kurt Hennig with a bit of Super Dragon's violence party there. Jeez.
Simply because of Roddy Piper and Ric Flair's ruling against Team Savage, Randy Savage, and Psychotic Sid Vicious.
Here we go. Hennig neck snap after Lenny did a really shitty version of it in the last episode.
With Team Madness. That's almost like 5-on-2.
Well, we know they're not afraid to get physically involved, but by the same token, we also know that Kevin Nash and Sting...
Yeah, Bobby Blaze is like a big internet guy. Like, he self-published a book that's on Amazon. The podcast guy. I think he had a YouTube channel at some point. Bobby Blaze he's a big internet guy.
One more time, Bobby Duncombe got a 2 count. Bobby Blaze makes the late save. Is Nash distracted by the situation with Ric Flair? The surprise we will see Monday at the United Center in Chicago.
Scuffle and Hillbilly recommends the Bobby Blaze book.
Kevin Nash has to be distracted, not knowing what Ric Flair has up his sleeve. We'll all find out Monday at the United Center, live on Nitro on TNT, and of course...
Oh, we're gonna choke the man with the rope now.
Who was it that was behind the wheel of the Hummer?
Kevin Nash, an awful lot of irons in the fire, headed towards Bash at the Beach. Meanwhile, the Cowboys just uncorking on Lenny Lane.
And maybe the ultimate distraction for Kevin Nash is the mere fact that he can't even trust his own tag team partner, Sting, upcoming at Bash at the Beach, at least in the mind of Kevin Nash.
I was going to say, can he trust him? I don't think he does. I don't know if he has a reason not to. I think Kevin Nash is just getting paranoid.
Lenny not that far away from being Cruiserweight champion.
Gold around their waist.
Well, it's all about proof, and at this point in time, he's just relying
like they've already started the angle for his biggest push in the company, and he's just getting
as we mentioned earlier, in professional
washed like a jabron here.
You just don't know who you can trust.
Bobby Blaze has had enough. He came in to make the save for Lenny Lane, but the referee...
I cannot get over the fact that Lenny Lane and Bobby Blaze is a real team that made TV.
Not afraid to use the bull rope or the cowbell. The Cowboys always have that weapon in their corner, and look at Duncan.
That's a good point. Why are they allowed to have a weapon in their corner? Referee?
Just knocked him down to the canvas.
What's the point of checking the wrestlers for weapons when you just let these guys have a rope?
Jr. and Conan out during the Barry Windham Rey Mysterio Jr. match. You gotta think
Kurt Hennig's just fucking around and having fun.
There are reinforcements backstage.
He distracted the referee so that he could dance on Lenny Lane's boobs.
They should be when you're dealing with an association and with a group like the No Limit Soldiers. They have really made quite an impact in World Championship Wrestling in a very short time.
Baseball slide escape.
Lukewarm tag.
Bobby Blaze in there, but Kurt Hennig.
And Hennig's like, nope.
Oh, and Duncombe now.
Will not be bumping for you. Hey, it's Lodi.
You got him. Lodi comes down to the ring and he just pulled Lenny Lane out of the battle.
Oh, Lenny Lane has been hammered, and Lodi.
Yet another match where a guy just leaves.
I don't know. It looks like he's taking him to the back.
What happened? Oh, poor Bobby Blaze. This is now a handicap contest with Kurt Hennig and Bobby Duncombe Jr.
I don't think Hennig was a scapegoat for the plane hide from hell. Yeah, a lot of other guys should have been fired. But I mean, Hennig and Brock Lesnar almost cost people their lives by opening that door.
Bobby Blaze can't fight 2 men. And the Cowboys, Kurt Hennig and Bobby Duncombe Jr.
There we go. The Rednecks win. Shock and awe. Some fan just threw gum, and Kurt caught it.
It's sort of a toe tapper, isn't it? Yeah. You can put the vocal track out of your mind. They would just turn the sound way down. I love this song. Kurt Hennig filming the video.
And there's a fan in the front row with a Mr. Perfect sign. As people are throwing trash in the ring again. This is Saturday night, where they mostly just set their board until a heel won, and then they got to throw trash at the ring.
Cowboys and rappers along with the No Limit Soldiers.
And Monday on Nitro, we will get the answer to our question. What is Ric Flair's surprise for the world's heavyweight champion, Kevin Nash? Could it be?
That's how we end a nationally televised wrestling show in the year 1999.
We don't know. We'll find out Monday on Nitro. For Mike today, I'm Scott Hudson. See you next week.
All right, it's late, so I'm not gonna keep you here too much longer. But thank you so much to everybody for hanging out with me the last 2.5 hours, watching 1999 WCW. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys who hang out here every Sunday. I appreciate your company in general. Well, so much. Next week we go to Korea for Collision in Korea, to be exact. So join me next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll sort out other stuff then. But it's late. As I always like to say to end these things. Even if you don't make it here, let's just make it to next Tuesday. 7 days. I'm asking. I appreciate you all. My name's Tom. My handle's right there. And Gus forever. Good night.